showing migrants climbing over walls and so on.
That's true. But they weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing that.
They weren't actors. Well, no, it's true. Do you think they were actors? They weren't actors. They didn't come from Hollywood. These were people. This was an actual, it happened a few days ago. And
they're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not an invasion.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did,
bring the smoke.
Let me ask, if I may ask one other question, Mr. President. If I may ask
one more question.
Are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
No.
That's enough.
His dentures are coming out of his mouth.
He's trying to man that little guy.
That's enough.
Mr. President, I have one other question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
It's enough, baby.
Are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Walking out. Homegirl grabbed the mic.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
You are rude. Your mama's ugly, and I don't like you.
It's horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible. You shouldn't treat people that way.
Really, Trump?
Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
Grab him by the pussy, Trump?
I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts.
Well, I'm not a big fan of yours either.
Damn, he just said you ain't shit either, dog.
So let me ask you a question if I can. You repeatedly
Use a bitch too.
Mr. President, you repeatedly.
I like how homeboy stood up with no mic. He's like, my voice gonna be heard.
Doing his job.
Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead,
Mr. President. Over the course of the last several days.
My president pacing over here. Boy, look at him.
He said Democrats would unleash a wave of violent crime that endangers families everywhere. Why are you pitting Americans? Why are you pitting Americans against one another, sir?
Peter, what are you
Peter.
him?
No, I'm just asking you a question.
Let me just tell you.
What's their word for Peter?
Because they're very weak.
Shaft.
Because they've often suggested members and people within the Democrat Party at a high level have suggested getting rid of ICE, getting rid of law enforcement.
All I hear is shit.
Go ahead, take one. Well, I'll give you voters.
I love that, you know how he has a raccoon eyes?
You just have to sit down. I didn't call you. I didn't call you. I'll give you voters.
Me too. Hashtag me too right there.
Look at the CNN polls, how inaccurate.
He said, sit your black ass down.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Trump.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'm not responding. I'm responding to, excuse me, I'm not responding to you. I'm talking to this gentleman. Will you please sit down? Excuse me, would you please sit down? Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now that the House of Representatives
very hostile. It's such a hostile media. It's so
you guys are just so hostile to me for no reason.
You rudely interrupted him. Go ahead.
Oh, Lord.
So President Trump was getting a little testy out here, man.
You reap what you sow.
Yeah, man, they're giving him the same energy that he's been giving other people.
Through chaos, you go out through chaos.
That's how we start this episode 60.
Hey, what's good? What's happening? What's popping? Welcome to episode 60 of the Bacchanal podcast with your host, K to the C, and...
That's enough. That's enough.
Sit your black ass down.
No more intro. No more AKA. That's enough. That's enough. Hey. You're rude, Casey. You didn't let me finish my words. You talk over me from time to time. And that's enough. Okay?
Holy. Trump is wildin', man.
So what's going on in Canada? What do you guys do when you see this? You're just like, the fuck?
I'm hoping that dollar goes down, man. That American dollar.
Sick of paying so much money for video games. That's why.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, man, is this dropping the dollar? No. Jeez.
Like, damn it. So close.
Yep. He's not gonna stop any real hustle though. Everybody's gonna keep moving, keep doing.
No, of course.
So it's just shenanigans, really. Y'all can't let him pass no bills though. That's when y'all gotta get out there, and us Canadians too gotta get out there and be like, hell no, America, don't do it. You know what I mean? So you can't sign no shit, so no crazy fuckery can happen. That's all.
People wake up and slavery back, and they out here with the new Yeezy chains, the new Yeezy shackles.
Exactly. Don't let him
MAGA shackles.
How much more time has he got? 2 years?
2 years, unless he gets elected again, he's gonna have four more years on top of that. Hey, it's very possible. It's very possible. Last week was midterm elections, which is your local government. They had the boy Andrew Gillum running against I forgot his candidate name, but homeboy called him a monkey. He's like, let's not monkey this.
Got ugly, yeah.
And he still won.
Yeah.
God, Florida's trash, man. I'm sorry. Okay. Northern Florida's trash. I know, like, Miami and the southern areas went out and voted, but damn, like, you gotta remember Florida's a bunch of, like, old, retired people who don't give a fuck. They're just like, hey, I'm old. I'm stuck in my ways. Racism is what I grew up on.
Yeah, we had voting. We had voting about a month before you guys, like the mayors and the mayors and wards and shit like that. And can you guys vote online now?
You could do an absentee ballot, but at times they tend to get lost.
Wow, because we have online voting, so I was voting. I could Google search the person's name, see who they are. You know what I mean? See what they're all about before I click which one I want to vote for. This shit's lit. It's great. No, it's way better than going in a cold ass friggin' gymnasium with a box around me and some names that I'm like, who the hell is this person again? Ah, shit, I forgot. You know what I mean? Like, this way at home, I can just do it from my house, look at each person's thing, look what they're representing, and just be like, I ain't fucking with that person. Or I could be like, oh shit, who's this guy? Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's where it should be at with you guys. You guys should be.
Now, we still have the old archaic style where you go to a physical area. Well, you can do an absentee ballot or you can do early voting.
Mail-in? You guys can do a mail-in.
You can do a mail-in, but a lot of people still do that old archaic. You go to the booth, you press the button. But there's a lot of obstacles that you have to deal with when you get there. Sometimes they want you to have photo ID.
Wow.
Let's say the photo ID doesn't match another ID that you have. Like, let's say it says Gregory A. Goddard, and then the other one just says Gregory Goddard. Mm-hmm. They're just like, oh, okay, we won't let you vote because they don't match. A little simple shit like that sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta have photo ID though. I get that, but I know there's a whole lot more obstacles they give you guys sometimes.
Oh yeah. And it's more geared towards minorities. They're trying to make the lines extra long. Machines ain't working. They for Stacey Abrams' campaign, they found out after the election they had like 7 voter machines in local areas just wrapped up hidden in a warehouse.
Yeah, that's some fuckery.
I was like, what kind of mob fuckery is this, man? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of shicey shit. And what I learned from this election, I don't think we have a problem when minorities coming out to vote because we came out in numbers, came out and voted, but we still lost to certain things because we're still outnumbered. Like, the problem is we have a white supremacy problem. People turn the other cheek and still voting for it. Mm-hmm. White women, please stop voting against your interests, please. 52% of y'all voted for Trump. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know, man.
That's like roaches for raid. What? Why? Why?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I'll never understand that shit. People voting against their interests. Well, my mom and pa were Republicans. Nigga, you broke. What you benefiting from this?
Exactly.
People need to vote for their personal interests, man. Don't vote because of mom and pa. I'm not saying all Republicans are bad, all Democrats are good, because we know that's a damn lie. But what I'm saying is we need to research and not treat voting like a damn tribe. All this tribalism is dumb.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
exactly research. Go see what's going to benefit you and your community.
Yep. Don't
just, well, my mom and pa always voted this way, so am I. No.
So you think that's what they're doing? You think it's a collective of that?
We have a collective of that. We have a collective of, listen, I'm not going to be around the bush. We have a collective of racism, and they're liking what Trump's doing, and they're supporting that. So you have a collective of that. Two things. You got people voting against their own personal interests, and you got people that are okay with not segregation, but racism and white supremacy. They're okay with that type of shit. They're just like, well, worked in the 50s.
Yeah.
Good old, milkshakes and racism. So
it's not working no more.
It ain't, man. We need to get over that racism shit. Get over that, because aliens are gonna show up. We're gonna be busy fighting each other over some dumb shit.
They're here already. Just laughing and watching, just laughing like it's a movie for them.
They're like, look at these idiots are fighting each other. Look, they're like, their leader's orange with white rings around their eyes. They're probably like, yo, this plan is fucked. I'm not landing. They're waiting for the perfect time to land. They're like, nah, Earth's still fucked right now. Nah, we good.
Let's wait till 2020 after Avengers comes out. You know, let them.
Yep, they're like, yo, we want to wait for Infinity War to wrap up before we land on Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all fucking up right now. But for real though, man, I'm telling you, aliens gonna show up. We busy fighting each other over dumb shit. All our blood is red. We're gonna deal with some green blood soon, some purple blood. Show up, try to probe you.
Yeah.
Anywho, well, this is the Bacchanal podcast. I'm your boy Akil. You got your boy Casey out of Toronto giving you the Canadian perspective. I'm giving you the American perspective, even though I'm Canadian. I'm out here living in the home of the free, apparently. So join us as we discuss this week's geeky news, all around foolishness. Open your ears, tighten your butt cheeks. Be in for a hilarious yet informative ride. Known as the Bacchanal podcast.
So people ain't about that embark life no more, huh?
Embark. There you go.
I don't ever use that word unless I'm saying this podcast.
I like that word, man. Embark.
It's a good word. Yeah, you don't hear it a lot, so it's good. It's fresh.
Man, I've been writing a thesis, man. If I want to use TI words just over elaborate, let me do that shit. All right?
Yeah, man.
Let me use these big words. Embark on the journey.
So I would ask you what you've been dealing with this week, but I know you've been running Red Dead Redemption 2. So what you been doing in Red Dead?
What city was I? I was in Rhodes, and I went to the local gunsmith. And at the side of the gunsmith, there was like a kid. It wasn't a kid. It was a grown-ass man with kid clothes and chains. He was like reaching out the bars from the bottom of the side of the building.
Yeah.
He's like, help me. This motherfucker crazy. he got me some baby clothes. Free me, man, please. So I went in there, whipped out the gat, told him, let me know what's going on downstairs, boy. Let me know what's going on downstairs. So he walked me downstairs. Mm-hmm. He has this grown-ass man tied to a wall, dressed like a child, because apparently his son died, and he has that man like dressed like his son.
What the fuck?
It's not even a mission or anything. This is just some random shit I ran into walking around in town. So I shot the chain, freed the guy, and homeboy was like pleading. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to bring back my son." My Arthur Morgan's a savage, man. As he was pleading, he got 8 bullets. Bullet! Pop, 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 pop. Shot his ass, robbed him. No alarm or nothing went off because I was in the story part of the game where I'm acting as a sheriff. So who am I gonna tell on myself? Mm-hmm. Shit. So hit the horse, ducked out for a couple of days, went back to the gun shop. Same nigga I shot 8 times was alive. So I was like, okay, you're the ancestor of 50 Cent, taking bullets.
Yeah. Holy.
But that was my. And I ran into the KKK twice.
Twice?
Yeah,
I
once.
Done that once yet.
Once was outside the Strawberry. They were lifting the cross and they set it on fire, and one of them caught on fire. Then the rest of the group ran off a cliff like idiots. And then the second encounter was right outside of Rhodes. It was in the middle of the day. They were lifting a cross. The prep for their upcoming meeting that night. Yeah. And the cross fell on 2 of the guys trying to lift it. Mm-hmm. And then the other guy's like, just leave me be. My boys are gone. Leave me be, man. Done went through enough. Just leave me be. So I shot them. And when you kill them, you could get their notes. And it basically tells you where they have their meetings. So if I want to,
that's dope.
If I want to go on the KKK killing spree, I know where their meetings are now.
Or get more entertainment from the shenanigans.
Yeah, it never ends well. Every meeting ends with somebody dying.
That's funny.
It's funny, but you go to the polls, they voting for that type of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
The fuck is going on in this country? Anywho, how's your Red Dead adventures going?
I'll talk about an early mission that I did getting lit with Lenny. That was fun.
Oh, that was great. Did you walk into that room where they were having sex and you didn't do that secret thing where you walk into the room?
Where you catch Lenny in the act?
No, it's 2 people in the act, but if you're drunk, it'll turn into 2 Lennys.
Oh, no, I didn't see that part.
Bruh, that messed me up. I wasn't ready.
I knew it was around the part where it was a bunch of Lennys. Everybody was Lenny, and you had to look for them. I was like, I know there's something going on in here that I gotta find. You know what I mean? There's like a Where's Waldo type of scene. But I didn't find it. But no, that was a funny mission. And I've been doing the bounties, and I had a bounty. I don't know if you do the bounties?
Yeah.
It ended different for me. Maybe I did something wrong. I hit the wrong button, but I swear I hit no wrong buttons. I had to get the girl from Valentine who kills the guys, who kills her boyfriends.
Yeah, I got her already. No problem.
I brought her back to the jail, and then she was talking shit to the sheriff, and she was like, "I'm gonna tell everybody about your side bitch, the hoes you be bringing." Do you remember she was saying that? But I stuck around and kept listening to what she was saying.
I didn't stick around for that.
You walked out, right? See,
yeah.
I stayed in, and then the sheriff was like, "Boy, get your lance out!" And he started pulling the gun on me, and I'm like,
"Oh shit!"
And it was like pure cops were just coming after me. I was like, "Yo, I did not do nothing wrong."
He's like, "You're too fast with yourself."
Yeah. I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I was like I already got caught in a situation where I owed $300 bail when I only had like $60. So I had to go do pure things to get the money. But then this, I was like, I'm not killing nobody, and motherfuck that, I ain't dying. So I hauled tail right out of that town. Hit out till the warning went down and went back and paid my bail. But I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, because I stuck around and listened to everything she was saying. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell everybody about your side ting. Her name is Maria or some shit." Ooh. And all this type of stuff. She's like, "Oh, wait till next time I sneak around back and listen into these houses and see." And she was giving out all kind of smoke. I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "Am I supposed to be here for this?" And he was like, "Boy, get your ass out!" And he just pulled the gun out, and I didn't do nothing. I didn't have my gun out. Oh man,
she was about to release all types of secrets. Like, remember when I tickled your booty hole and you giggled?
And it said wanted.
You wanted that.
I was like, "What the fuck?" So
oh shit!
Had to run out the town. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
So that sheriff pulled the Trump on you.
Yeah, man.
He's like, "That's enough."
That's what he was saying to her. He was like, "Would you shut up? Okay, enough. You will not charm me or him." You know, he was saying shit like that, and then after a while, he just lost it. I was like, "What the?"
Bro, that game, like Red Dead, does not respect women.
Nah, man. It really
I punched the shit out. She was on my horse because I captured her. Yeah. And like when you have people in the bounty, you hit circle when you're playing PlayStation. Yeah. And she was talking mad shit to me, and I was like, "Bad man, no take no ting." gave her a good butt on the head, but I just kept running. Yeah. I took her out. I went to Strawberry. Did the wanted there. There's a the older black fella who challenged you to a duel. I shot him in the hand. And
I got him too.
Back. He was talking mad shit to me too. He's like, "In my younger days, I punch them when they do that. I put them to sleep." I was like, "That's enough."
But I didn't even do that because I didn't want to kill them on the way back. But that was
you don't kill them if you punch them. It just puts them to sleep.
I punched and kicked people before and they died and mission ended. I was like, "Oh, fuck."
No, you're beating the shit out of people on the ground. You don't know when they're on your horse. You could give them a swift little hit, but when they're on the ground,
yeah, I was afraid
you're murdering.
Like, I was afraid it was just gonna go black and white. Gung, gung, gung. I was like, "Oh fuck," you know what I mean? So it's like, let me just allow him, let him talk his shit. I got him where I want him already. He's not going nowhere. So I just rode him back into town. What I should have done was robbed him of his shit, though.
Oh yeah, I loot everything. I don't care.
I didn't loot him for all his shit while he was tied up. That's what I do a lot of the times when I do the bounties. I loot them and then I bring them back. What are they gonna do? Tell on me? They're gonna snitch?
You ever take the HUD off and just go in first person and just ride out?
Yeah, I usually do first person. I've been doing that a lot.
Take the HUD off and just experience like the conversations, and if you're doing a mission, they will tell you where to go. They'll be like, "Hey, take a left up here, take a right up there."
Oh, cool. Okay.
With no HUD, like you can fully get immersed with that. Yeah. But the bad thing with that, man, you get paranoid if you go to an area where you have a high bounty, because you be at your campsite, you cooking, and you just look around, you got like a bunch of damn bounty goons surrounding you.
Whoa, I don't cook, okay? Cooking over here.
Not cooking. Cook.
I know what you said. I'm just joking.
Hey, there's a cuck moment in the game. There's you could get raped by this one guy. Oh. I saw it online so I could avoid the house, but there's like this country guy's like, "Hey fella, come on into my cabin."
Oh Lord.
And if you go in there, he gives you a good old swift hit upside your head, and Arthur wakes up walking funny.
So I'm avoiding the homeless people in the street asking for money. I'm afraid I'll get pickpocketed.
Oh no, you're good with them. It's some of those women that you meet on the trail. They'd be like, "Oh, I hurt my ankle," and you try to help them, and then they whip out the gat on you, and like 5 dudes show up. Yeah, shit like that will happen.
That shit on the trail is dope though. Like I helped the guy with a bear trap. I saved.
Did you suck the poison out of a guy's leg?
Nah, I didn't do that. Bad man no suck nothing.
bad man no suck.
But, it had the McDoyles or whatever that gang is. They were captured, getting one of their boys out of the jail. What are the O'Connors or whatever they are?
Oh, what are they called? The O'Driscolls.
O'Driscolls, that's it.
Damn O'Driscolls.
They were rescuing one of their boys, and I ended up sneaking up on them, killing them, taking their shit. and the boy was still in the jail, and I let him out, and then he tried to run. He was like, "Majuscles for life, baby!" And he tried to run on me. I'm like, this motherfucker just said, "Fuck you, Majuscles for life." So I had to shoot
Driscolls, old Driscolls.
I had to take him and take a bow to his back and take his shit. So
I've been having a hard time getting like perfect pelts so I can make stuff, but I've been using the technique of using my lasso. I'll lasso like a deer, walk up, and just knife it, get perfect pelt, get enough meat. So that's been working.
Yeah.
But the other technique is you gotta like hang back, hit the study button, which is I think like R1, and then it'll tell you like you'll have to read and see where to make your precise shot or what arrows to use. But smaller animals, that the lasso technique works.
Yeah, just use a dynamite arrow. That'll work.
I used the poisonous one.
I know, I'm just joking. A dynamite arrow will blow them up.
I know, Casey. I was ignoring the foolishness.
I'm trying to rob a train. That's what I'm trying to do next. That's
easy. You just ride beside and jump off. And I've been playing the game as a good guy because you get like better clothes options when you go to the stores when you have the good morality.
Fuck all that noise. What's the
fun? That shit fly, boy. I got that gambler. Is it called the gambler suit? Your boy fly. Got that curled up.
Mustache.
That swashbuckler mustache. Can't tell me shit. My Arthur clean. I take a shower every other day.
Yeah, I get
like
baths. I get baths all the time. With the assistants.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna wash my own balls. All right.
Nah, the game is dope though. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I am too. Very good game. I see people giving it perfect scores. Honestly, if they keep expanding like on the online, shit. If it's just a fraction of this, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they put a battle royale in there, people will be happy, for sure.
That's too much madness. Oh my god.
Nah, it's coming. It's coming. It's too popular for them not to take a chance with that.
Now let's get a little nerdy here. Now, with the end of this month, we have the beta or the I guess like the first build of online coming out.
Yeah.
But we also have Fallout 76 coming out next week.
Waited. Yeah, they should have waited.
Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. I'm not sure if they're gonna hold. Yeah.
Nah, man, they should have pushed that back.
We will see. Because I got beta codes and I gave it to people because I was going to play it and I was like, fuck it, man. I don't have time.
Yeah. Man, I'm not excited for that at all. And I like those games too.
I like Fallout.
The engine's too old though now, man. To be honest, they got to update that engine.
They're very concerned about people hacking, which.
But that's where the fun at's with Fallout, like modding and shit.
True, but yeah, and they want to keep this game alive for years, but.
Yeah, but
I don't think this vanilla version that's coming out is going to be up to par.
My thing is, if you could create and take all your mods and put it into a game like this, they got something real special. But if they try to not block people like they did with the Fallout 4 for PS4, that's a problem, man. You gotta let those mods fly.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I was typing something. My bad.
Yeah, but that's the main thing that made Fallout so popular is that you could make all these extra mods and cheats and super guns and super health and all this type of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and part of it's broken engines, kind of part of its charm. You gotta expect that.
Yeah,
Sadly, with Bethesda the game, you're like, oh, I know some type of glitch or something's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Speaking of glitches, did you do the gold bar glitch in Red Dead yet?
No, I've been looking for those gold bars. I can't find none.
Oh, you want to do the
glitch?
Online?
Yeah. I want to go online and I gotta go online and see where, because it has a bunch of gold bars. 500.
Boy, your boy living that good life, paid off all my bounties.
My bounties are paid too, but yeah, no glitches.
Because a gold bar, it took away. There's pros and cons too. Because when you do it, yeah, you have money, you're good. You can play a good playthrough, and that's what I'm trying to do. This playthrough is be good, but it takes away the desperation. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're playing the game where you have $6 and you have a $300 bounty, and like Dutch is like, "Yo, we need money, son. We need money, baby. You're not contributing." You're like, "Oh shit, I got you." Like you got to rob. Like you're kind of like a crackhead. You got to rob, steal, break into homesteads when you're playing the game. When you have $6, a 300 bounty here, a 300 bounty there, you're like, "Yo, about to get it."
Yeah.
This is like some street hustler shit, man.
I don't know. I haven't had problem with money yet. Like,
by chapter 3, I was like, holy shit. I was like, either Arthur's gonna start sucking dick or robbing banks. So
I've been robbing those carriages.
I started robbing banks though.
With the 4 horses on them, I robbed a couple of those and brought it to that guy, and I've been getting money off that.
Yeah, you get like $40 though.
Been getting pure jewelry off people. Pelts. I think hunting is a good way to make money too. But the trains seem like it's a good way. I saw a thing online where a guy put the train in the middle of a bridge, and he said this is the perfect way to rob it because the cops can't come up on the bridge.
Oh, okay.
So you can just take your time and rob out everybody. You kill everybody who's trying to kill you, and then you can take your time, just rob everybody on the train, rob all the 3 little locked up things. And I was like, yeah, the lock boxes. I was like, oh, that's dope. So I'm really enjoying these side quests more than some of the main story thing. Now, don't. Like a lot of people, I'll get to it later. Don't have that mindset when you're playing this game because the more you progress in the story, some of the side quests will disappear. So hit those as soon as they show up. Just hit them. Yeah,
because they're good.
Yeah, I look at the list of missions and I do the missions, and then when I see the white question marks, I go to the white question marks.
Yeah, definitely go to those.
You know what I mean? But I don't rush through. Like, there's a mission I can't even do because it's in an area where Blackwater was, so I can't even go there right now. Well, I tried to, and I got my head taken off with bullets.
Nah, man, you gotta man up, son.
Well, you gotta just run through that.
What chapter are you on? Are you in the swamp yet?
No, I'm not in the swamp yet.
Oh no, you're good though. Yeah, that mission's on the outskirts of it. You're not going directly into Blackwater.
I tried to make the waypoint, and then it brought me around, and then a bunch of dudes were like, "Oh shit, there he is! He had the nerve to come in here!" You know what I mean? I was like,
yeah.
And they just started shooting me. I tried to rush straight to the mission, and I couldn't make it, man. It's like 16 people shooting me.
Yeah, that town early in the game, you're dead or alive. You can't really walk in there.
Yeah, so that's where my
mission
is. That's where I did all the side missions, did all the bounties, been hunting. I even went to the New Orleans type of area, and I watched a movie. Like, I watched a theater type of acting. That's kind of
okay.
Dope. But I did, I can't do that next yellow button mission. I can't.
I'm mad I can't sleep with wenches. Okay.
Yeah, they got rid of a lot of the sexualizing in this game. I noticed.
It's the West. It's all about getting herpes and STDs in the West. What kind of shit is that, man?
Yeah, they played it safe with this one. It seems like even with the baths, like like he's probably getting something in that, but they don't show nothing in it. I was surprised.
A little handy J.
Yeah, for $6.
I can't pay their 50 cents. Damn it. I'm gonna get mine.
For $6, it's like $100 now.
No, it was 50 cents, which is probably like the equivalent of like you pay $1 for a bath and then 50 cents for assistance.
Oh, okay. What was that? What was $6 for it? I don't know. But
damn, dude, I don't know what you paid for. You paid
for
got a rim job in there.
Yeah, no,
but yeah. Other than that, man, like this game is growing on me. It's kind of scary though. Like playing that shit, and I'm like, there's other games I could play, and I'm just like, that Red Dead though.
Yeah, exactly. I do like the first-person mode a lot. I like switching between first-person mode. Like, people were complaining online, I saw, about having to ride your horse from one point to the other. But I just put it in the theatric mode, and it automatically makes me ride there. Like, I don't even have to stare the horse. It just rides all the way there. And then if there's something that's happening on the side of the road, I could just stop the horse, and it goes, and I can walk right over. It's pretty dope, and it looks nice. It's like theatric, so it shows you all the sick angles and shit like that. You know?
Yeah. Did you get that white Arabian horse? I looked it up online. Beautiful. I named her Becky. Found her in the snow. Yeah, I went in the snow and I found her.
I wasn't even looking for it. I just saw like a video. Somebody's like, "Oh, the best horse in the game." I was like, "What the fuck?" Has another spot too. I didn't click this video, but it's like supposedly like a farm that just has a bunch of super horses.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they're all right beside each other. I didn't click it though. I was like, man, I don't want to get spoiled on this game.
I got 2 horses. I got the war horse that came with the. I got the ultimate edition, so it came with the pack I bought. Which wow, thank God, because it gave me some good weapons I needed. I haven't really bought any weapons. I just modified everything I have. I'll clean it up.
Yeah, I grease them down,
Grease them down like somebody's wifey. And I'm on some Scarface shit. My weapons look like some super villain. They're like white gold with all types of engravements on them. I was like, that's a super villain. My knife is gold.
I just been using the weapons that I have, like the 2-handed gun, the two guns that you could use with 2 different hands. That shit.
I just learned how to use Deadeye correctly because I remember
I've been using Deadeye.
Because I'll freeze time and then I'll just line up a shot and shoot. But I was like, I remember the old one. You could like tag a bunch of areas and then they'll shoot all of those. I was like, I remember you press R1. So I did that. I was like, oh shit, that works.
Yeah, but
so, like
There's a better way that I figured out. You just tag for a second. Like, you tag the person for a second, then you shoot, and it automatically reloads for you. So you tag the person, shoot them. Tag the person, shoot them. And you don't have to reload the gun. It just keeps reloading the gun.
Ah.
Yeah.
There's something new.
You don't even have to, like, tag, and then brrr, you just tag the guy, shoot him. Then you
I tag, like, so straight dick shots. Dick. So
you just... Yeah, so you just have the dead eye on for like 2 seconds, not the whole like 10 seconds where you're slowly aiming at each person.
Oh, okay. Well, that's smarter. Because like, it takes me forever to get dead eye. Like, I'm chewing tobacco. I was like, yo, this guy's about to get throat cancer. So I just keep chewing tobacco every damn minute.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and then I don't know. I'm disrespectful though when I do. Oh yeah, you could disrespect people in duels. What you do is shoot the gun out their hand, and shoot their hat off first.
Oh, sick.
Make them look like a damn fool. Then you finish the job after that.
Yeah, I fucked up a lot with the black guy with the gun when you shoot the gun out of his hand.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Because like I kept shooting him in the face and shit by accident. I'm like,
oh no,
what the hell's going on here? Like,
shot somebody's grandfather, man.
Yeah, so I figured out the dead eye really well in that moment of the game. That's where I sat there and I was like retrying it over and over again. And I was like, oh, you could do it like this. Oh, okay, you could do that. You know what I mean? It's pretty dope.
I haven't found any. Have you done any legendary animals or anything yet, like the bear or anything like that?
No, just the story mode bear. That's the only one I saw. Had some elk.
He ate me. Oh lord, he ate my.
Oh word, and I shot his ass up. He ran.
No, he ran. I chased him, and then he came for me, and that's what I didn't know how to do the dead eye. So I just popped off like 3 shots in the face. I was like, oh, he should be good. Nope. He ate them things and then ate my ass.
Yeah, no, the game's hard, man. It's the best game I played since
God
of War.
So everybody, you guys can clearly
versus this.
Yeah, it really is. You guys can clearly see that we could talk about Red Dead all day.
Yeah.
But let's start talking about some Bacchanal news.
Let's do it.
Pusha T responds to "fuck Drake" scream during a Camp Flog Guan. What the fuck is? I can't pronounce this foolery. Camp Flog Guan performance.
Yeah, it's show.
Where's that at?
I don't know, but the guy who was doing the mechanics behind with the screen coloring and all that shit, he did that himself. Pusha was saying he had nothing to do with that, and he didn't even see that. So when people were saying "fuck Drake," he was like, "Yeah, I hear you." You know, but he didn't know the thing was behind him. The dude who was doing the show and all the lights and shit just made that out of nothing. He was like, so Push was pretty mad. He was like, yo, I didn't make this. I had nothing to do with that.
So, Push's comments, corny ass tech dude fucking with my screen at the Cat Flog Ron. I speak for myself. All you know how I make my statements. Dissing anybody on the screen isn't part of my show. Otherwise, great festival. Thanks to Tyler Creator for having me out. Ugh. Isn't that how you do? Ugh. All that phlegm you gotta cough. Ugh.
Yeah, that's fucked up though. How's this technician supposed to? Why would he do that?
He saw that shit was funny. He's probably like, y'all wanna see something cool though?
And the way he did it, he flashed it on the screen. Like, it wasn't just dead on the screen, like a dead picture. He just flashed it a couple times, so like people saw it and it hyped them up, you know?
So I'm reading the comments. It's like, shout out to the tech dude. People are like, the tech dude, huh? Yeah, sure, right.
Tech dude needs to be fired.
So many people's like, yo, what? Somebody's like, Drake is white and he's my favorite rapper. Okay, that's random. That's random, but okay.
Yeah, that's hilarious though, man. I don't know, man. I'd have that guy fired or something. It's just like,
you think it's fake outrage from Push? Because I think he probably saw it and he's probably like, what the fuck, and just went on with his show like unbothered. I know I would. I wouldn't stop.
He didn't see it because it was flat. It just flashed a couple times, and he was looking at the crowd, and then he started his show like the beginning song of Daytona. He didn't get into no Drake diss right off the top. He just started his show, and he's like, "Yeah, I hear you, cool, yeah, I hear that shit." You know, like, okay, like he's trying to move forward from the situation. This guy's trying to throw fucking dry wood on the fire. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was kind of upset. I'd be upset. I'm trying to move on from that.
Yeah, he's more than just that rap beef. The dude's been rapping for years. He's part of the legendary Clips, man. Yeah, put some respect on this name.
He doesn't want to be eclipsed by this whole Drake beef. He wants to move on.
Guy's 40 years old with braids.
Yeah, man. Trying to move on.
That never grow. Shit's been the same length since like 2002, since a grinding video.
Maybe he gets the ends cut. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's that old age. Like, I gave up on my, like, I was yelling at my barber. I was like, nigga, stop pushing back my hairline. Yeah. And he's like, all right, I got you. I'm going to just let it go natural. So I let him cut it, like, natural, where you don't push it back.
Yeah.
Shit look the same, bro. I need to stop yelling at that, man.
What you need to stop doing is talking while you're getting your lineup. That's a rule.
No.
You never talk while you're getting the front of your hair lined up. Barbershop rule number 1, bro. Come on.
I do it
shouting at him. You know how shaky his hands must have got after that.
He got stiff hands. He's an older gentleman.
Old. Oh shit.
He got like that grip. He got that like he been through war. He's seen some shit type of grip. Like he just grip on, and he got it, man. He gets the lineup done. Small talk. You know, how's the kids? How's the wife? You know.
You know how nervous he must be. Your old barber is like 5 steps away from him. You're there yelling.
Yo, yeah, my old barber still don't talk to me, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to our older podcast. Like, what happened was I switched my barber for another barber at the same barbershop, and his chair is right beside his. So I'll sit down, and the dude just be mean mugging me like, "Oh word, oh word, that's what you gonna do now?" But like his breath was stinking, man. He'd make my eyes water when he'd be talking to me doing my lineup.
You gotta leave the whole shop for shit like that, man. Can't be.
No, I'm not leaving. I don't give a shit. What's he gonna do? Purposely fuck up my lineup?
Hey, you never know, man.
I just don't go to him. Because one time it was just him in the shop. He's like, "Hey, I got you." I was like, "No, I'm good." What'd I look like? About to write something in the back of my head like dumbass or no. Nope. Not today. Speaking of dumbasses,
let's do it.
They got some surveillance footage showing of a gunman at Tekashi 6ix9ine, Kanye West. And I think Nicki Minaj was also involved at that video.
She wasn't there though. She wasn't there.
That whole trio, that's a trio of fucking right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, you know, like at DC, they have their holy trinity of Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. This is the fucked up version of that.
Yeah, this is the fuckery trio right here.
The fuckery trio of Nicki, 6ix9ine, and Kanye.
Yeah, so it has surveillance of some jackasses rolling up to the back of where they're shooting the video. They drive up, get out, pop shots in the air, and then jump in their car and drive away. Man, that's some dumbass shit. Like, and they're all on camera. Like, you see the whole thing. They're caught for sure. License plate, everything's gonna be seen. They're done.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hang out with 6ix9ine. I don't care like how funny he is. It's just he has like a dark cloud that follows him, and it's just fuckery.
Yeah, he brings too much negative energy to himself, man.
I have no time for that. I saw a video with Lil Duval. He was saying that 6ix9ine was trying to hang out with him. He was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
He was like, I think I got the video. I don't blame him.
Nope.
Like no can do. I'm not leaving. Like, hey, bro, you want to chill? No. Nope. I do that all the time. Like this one dude I ran into from school, he just got out of jail. He's like, "Yo, I remember we used to hang out in middle school all the time. We need to catch up one time." I was like, "Yeah, in middle school, yeah."
Yeah, exactly.
We gonna keep that shit in middle school too,
keep
bro.
That there, man. Yeah, exactly.
You convicted felon. I am good.
Yeah.
Not for that. I don't need to be out with somebody where like, "Hey, there goes so and so," and they start popping. And I got one of those faces where people confuse me with somebody.
Yep.
And I don't need that type of like. I remember I was in the Bahamas and somebody thought I was somebody named Jeffrey, and I was like, "Yo, I'll be Jeffrey as long as he don't owe you money." I was like, if Jeffrey getting discounts, that's me. but if Jeffrey getting gunshots, nope, don't know him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sir, I ain't got time for that shit.
Life's too short for that shit to keep people
negative,
bringing negative shit to themselves. Yeah, man, can't do it.
So you listen to 6ix9ine. What's that song he has where he has Bobby Smurder like phoning in the verses?
Yeah, that song's cool. I don't remember the name. It sounds
like trash. I think it's called Stupid
or some shit. Yeah, it sounds cool. I ain't mad at it. I was just Bobby Smurder had a real verse on it, but it's kind of hard for him to do it over the phone.
But he like over the phone, like you hear people in the background like, "Yeah, that ass is mine when you're done, son." Like some shit like looking mad sexy, my dude.
Four bar type of thing.
He's probably like, "I'm out here killing it. Oh, something's poking my back. I'm sorry. Let me keep rapping. Yeah, I'm out here in these streets. Oh, sorry, I'm not in these streets. Yeah, it's your boy. Oh my God, they're coming with a shake. No.
Hey man, I like Bobby Smurder, man. Shit.
No.
That's
About a week ago. It was about a week ago. No. Open that ass, boy. Let's get it, little nigga. Put that jaw to work.
Basically, it was him, Bobby Smurder, giving 6ix9ine the cosign, like, yeah, I ride with this dude too. You know, like that's.
Bro, he needs to worry about his asshole. That's what he needs to worry about. Asshole being intact right now.
Yeah, I
Jail.
think he'll be out soon. I don't know.
Shh, that shit is no joke.
Keep that same energy, IQ.
I always keep the same energy. Shit, that's me. That's me. I'm the same guy that goes to the same barbershop after he replaced his barber with the guy that sits beside him. And I sit there, and I look homeboy dead in his eye, and I look at him like, say something. And we go about our day. Every other week. You laugh. Everybody's like, yo, why'd you switch barbershops? Shit's convenient, man.
I burned the whole place down. Man.
It's like 5 minutes for my job. Yo, you build these intimate relationships with your barber, man. They're like your therapist. You gotta tell them all your problems and shit. I'm not doing that again. I already built that with this area right here. I'm not going to their barbershop. My dad goes to like this old Trinidadian man who like fucks up his hairline, but like my dad's like, it's the principal. He's Trinidadian and he's a, you know, that's like family, right? I was like, no,
I had one of
fucking
those
up the hairline. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, but okay, the barber, one of my dad's old boys had a shop and he was running for mayor of the East End around here. I voted for him still, I ain't gonna lie. I gave my support like that. But when he had that barber shop, my dad was like, yo, you gotta go there and support them, you know, Trinity things. I was like, he fucked up my lineup that one time. I can't go back, Dad. I'm sorry. Sorry, Arthur.
And you can't, yo, I be hurting barbers' feelings, like, because you know when they bring you that mirror, like, do you like it? I give them an honest opinion, man. I'd be like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
And then they always come with some excuse. Well, in barber school, we learned to create this box and do this. I was like, unbox mine, because the box you made, that shit is crooked.
I remember he pushed one side up and the other side was mad long. I was like, oh man, come on, man.
You had that Nike Just Do It.
I'm in grade 11. They're gonna kill me for this. You
go to school, they're like, look at Casey.
They've been waiting on this day, bro. They've been waiting for this. You know how many people I got for shit like this?
Oh man, if you have a fresh face, somebody come up behind you with some dry ass hands and then hit you upside your head. Yo, the amount of battles I got into over that. Yeah, man. Because I ain't the one.
Touch it up myself with my T outliner. I have to fix it myself. I'm like, man, this motherfucker fucked me up, man. But, yeah.
Leave it up to Bacchanal podcast to start off a conversation with 6ix9ine, ended with a barbershop. All right. Speaking of other shit, yeah, Microsoft is they had their XO18. Is that like a convention they have? I can't keep up Microsoft's fucking.
Yeah, they tried a ting for sure. I didn't watch the whole thing. I got a couple of, you know, things from what I saw online, but I tried to watch a little bit. I had to turn it off.
All right, so here's some highlights to that. Microsoft has acquired 2 more studios.
That's the biggest news right there for sure.
They acquired, what's that company? Obsidian Entertainment and NXL Entertainment. That sounds like a porn company. Both studios, they develop RPGs, so that should be interesting. Crackdown 3 finally has a release date for all 12 of you that are excited for that game. You can finally play Crackdown 3 with Terry Crews.
Yeah, it's February 15th, right?
Yeah, everybody will still be playing Red Dead Redemption 2, but hey, you know, you can play your Crackdown 3 on February 15th.
Am I the only one who thinks Crackdown looks like it should be on like Xbox, like the original Xbox? Like the graphics don't look that great.
It doesn't look good. It looks like a game that they
it looks so empty too.
Tagged in with the system, like, oh, thank you for buying the system. You get a free copy of Crackdown 3.
And the first Crackdown that I played, I remember it being like a Grand Theft Auto style, like it's in a city world. Is this going to be the same? Because this just looks like a Unreal Tournament map.
Yeah, it's the same kind of world, but they're using some new like cloud system where like their big selling point is like fully destructible environments. So that's going to be the big selling point with that is the destructibility and co-op. But Crackdown's never had a deep, interesting story. To me, it seems like a game you'll play for a weekend and you'll be like, that's cool, and that's it.
It looks like remember that game that's like a bootleg Grand Theft Auto with the dildos and shit?
Saints Row, but Saints Row's more fun.
Yeah, but it looks like honestly it looks like a straight and narrow Saints Row to me. Like
yeah, it's Crackdown
could have been on the PS3 Xbox era. You know, remember around those times? Like it doesn't look that good.
I'm good, dog.
I'm good on that. Let me just get back to this Microsoft acquiring 2 more studios. That's a big deal to me because that's showing that they're really investing in their next console. Because honestly, the Xbox One is the more powerful system, and the controllers. Like I like the feel of the PlayStation controller, but the Xbox controller is superior. You know what I mean? Like the vibrating on it, all that type of shit. It is better. So,
I'm weird though. I like the Nintendo Pro controller. Oh my god, I have all 3
a little bit. So yeah, I'm happy with the controllers that come with the Nintendo, but I've only played with the Pro a little bit. But I
hate the controller that comes with that shit's plasticky and feels like a toy.
Yeah, but I ain't give them another $100.
they got a solid 60 for me, and it's what I like about the controller. It's you can see inside of it if any cables are fucked up, and Nintendo's so nice they write the word "thank you" on the actual motherboard of the controller. You can look down and it says "thank you" for the $60.
I honestly think the Microsoft controller, the Xbox controller, is the best out of the 3, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
With the rumble in there, the rumble packs they got in there, and all that shit. It's so much more intricate and detailed. Like. But the games, they just don't have the games. Like I want to get the system, but I have not seen anything on this. Everything that I've seen from this didn't show me anything that makes me want to buy this system to get any games.
Microsoft, which it seems like they're doing a course correction now, fixing with the first-party support. They should have had amazing first-party games that fully utilized the hardware of the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
To the point where you're like, yo, I could play all these third-party games. And the best picture quality, like the best quality possible.
Yeah.
And I also have these dope ass first party games that I also get to play with with the best quality possible. Because right now all they have selling for them is, hey, you can play third party games in the best picture quality possible besides PC.
Yeah, and Game Pass that they added more games, but still, it's like I don't want to play a bunch of old games. I want to play the banging new games. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna buy this console just to play Red Dead.
So they're adding keyboard and mouse support to the Xbox One. They're doing that for Fortnite. For you, that's cool. But I can see all these PC Master Race people. They're already on PC, so they might not want to incorporate that into their Xbox. They're like, I'm already playing using my mouse on my PC.
Yeah, exactly. Why would they want to go to a system that might not be as powerful as a computer they could keep updating? So it seems like a step backwards. It's a cool thing, but it just seems like it's something that these consoles should have always been doing.
Final Fantasy games. 13 Final Fantasy games hit backwards compatibility. What are the 13 games that they're talking about that hit backwards compatibility? Oh, it's not shit that people like. It's Final Fantasy 13, 13-2. Nah, they could throw that in the complete trash.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to be like, yo, we got Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 8's hard to find. Sea of Thieves, for all 12 of you that are still playing that, they got a new update focusing on PvP. Just Cause 4 has some new features coming to that as well.
Man.
Forza Horizon 4 expansion pack. I'll probably pick that up on Black Friday, ain't gonna lie.
For real, I don't know. Like, these games are just alright games. None of them are like, oh shit, I need this. Like, Forza's always just been a good game to show off your system to people who aren't even casual gamers. Who are
just to show the graphics of it. Like,
who are like, I'm thinking of getting Xbox or a PS4. What game can you show me? And it's like, oh, just try this one out. And you just put it in your hand, hit this to drive, and you get the feel of the system, and you get the beauty of the system.
I'm going to get some slack for this, Casey, but to me, Forza has always been a glorified tech demo for graphics.
No, that's what I just said, basically, in a nicer way. What I
was
just said.
You see this?
That's all it is.
You got to say it.
Because
don't get me wrong, it's a good engine, a good driving engine.
Yeah, but when you get Forza with the system, you play it for a little while till you get your real game that you really wanted to play, and then you put Forza in the dust. They don't even take it at EB Games. I remember trying to trade Forzas back in the day, and they're like, we don't take Forzas. So I was like, what?
Remember back in the day with Project Gotham Racing when you got your Xbox? I'm taking it back. That's Xbox One right there. Project Gotham Racing, and then I had Dead to Rights, which that series needs a good revamp.
Yeah, that could go to the revamp for sure.
You know what I was thinking? This is me. I always go off the rail. I played some Max Payne the other day, and I'm thinking to myself, yo, I think this dude's an opioid addict. Max Payne was popping pills, bro.
Well, how do you think he was in that slow-mo mode?
That nigga was high. Max was on opioids, man.
Max Payne's the same maker as Red Dead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Rockstar, and I would love to see like a remaster of like Max Payne. Like 1 is okay, but like 2 and 3 remastered.
I think the dive in Red Dead Redemption 2 is from Max Payne. Do you know how you can make them dive? It looks exactly the same mechanics. Like they just
Red Dead.
This folder into here. Like, you know what I mean? Because when I dive, it feels the same. Like
what Red Dead did, they took a lot of features from other games. They took the investigating. You know how you can like pick stuff up and look at it. They took that from LA Noire. They took elements from Max Payne. So it's like a delicious stew of Rockstar's greatest hits in one game.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
But let me stop jerking off Red Dead and talk about some other stuff. I love this game.
That'd be dope if Red Dead put a Max Payne DLC in there. Some sort
of thing. Or they do like some type of like you play as his ancestor who's a gunslinger.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Woo! I'm not ready for it. Let's talk about some quick controversy.
Hold on, what else did Xbox have?
Who gives a fuck?
So you're not into it? How did you feel about it?
Fuck them. That's how I feel.
It was in Mexico City, not in America. Did you find that interesting? Why they would do that?
Cartel is funding Microsoft. Microsoft is helping that caravan come to America.
Because it had some parts where like...
Hell no, I didn't watch that. I looked at the highlights and then I saw what's on IGN. Because like I'm over Xbox One. I'm waiting for their new console.
Yeah,
because it seems like
it's gonna knock it out the park. I'm hoping.
Yeah, it seems like Microsoft is putting all their ducks in a row for the new console. So I want to see them come out strong with that. But like I gave up on Xbox One X. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's done.
A lot of people couldn't understand what they were saying. Like the crowd was like waiting for the hype man in the back behind the camera to start cheering, and they would start cheering, but it didn't look like a lot of them understood what the dudes were saying with the mic. If you watch back, I'm sure people are gonna make like compilations of funny parts of the conference, because it had some parts where I was like, what the hell? But yeah, let's move along then. Let's see what else we got.
Yeah, I gave up on that damn Microsoft shit. The rest of it was a bunch of third-party games.
Yeah, Jump Force is coming to PS4.
Jump Force, fucking Devil May Cry 5. Like I'm playing all these games on my PS4. I don't care.
Yeah, it was a flop. It was like a waste of money. They should have invested this on a like actual great story, a new game. That's all people want. People don't want all these theatrics and fake hype. They want real things to get hype from.
Smash Brothers, baby, next month.
They should just make a Smash Brothers style game. They should buy the rights to friggin' Power Stone. That's what Xbox should do. Instead of making this fucking thing, they should buy Power Stone rights from Capcom and then make it exclusively for Xbox. And just make that like a super dope game, better than it was before, and get people excited to want to play that system with something different, you know?
I don't know, man. Like I feel like it's a little too late with this console, and like I'm just looking at the future now.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm just saying, instead of investing, it's probably cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars to make this whole festival they just did. Make a good game or buy a property that people liked. Oh well.
Let's talk about some interesting news that I actually care about. DC's Black Label, as we all know, with the Batman Damn series, they have a couple new comics on the horizon.
Yeah.
A bunch of comics that I'm interested in. They have a new Watchmen. Well, is it a new Watchmen series or just a retelling of the Watchmen?
I don't know, man. I really don't know what this is yet.
But for people that don't know, the DC Black label is going to be DC for a mature audience. So you're going to see some penises, breastises, some blood, some decapitations, maybe a little bit of rape. Here at DC Label Black, you're going to get all of that shit. It's going to be like your typical Zack Snyder film. Dark, gritty, extra. But yeah, people have problems with Batman Damned with the whole penis thing. It didn't bother me. It wasn't like it was a forced situation. It was a situation where Batman fell off a bridge and he got injured, and he went to a body scan. He scanned his body. He wasn't just dick slinging. This is the dick sling. The man was in his cave by himself.
I didn't even pay no mind.
Scanning his body. Like I didn't even look. Like people were like magnifying it. Like look at it. oh, Batman got a curve. Y'all got way too much time on your hands.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. I didn't even make a big thing out of it until
I was focused on the story.
Making it a big deal. I'm like, what the hell? Was that even there? And I went back and looked. I was like, that's what all this is about?
Yeah, the controversy with it led for the comic that was supposed to, I think it was supposed to come out this month. They pushed it back all the way to January because you guys can't handle a little dick pic of Batman. Yeah, so yeah, y'all need to grow up, man. Because the book was going okay. I was like, all right, let's see what the Joker's gonna do. All right, November, okay. Then y'all can't handle Bat Dick, so now we gotta wait until January.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. Anywho, yeah, we got the. According to DC, they'll focus on popular standalone graphic novels like The Watchmen, All-Star Superman, The Dark Knight Returns, and Kingdom Come. All comics that I enjoy.
That's pretty dope. I'm excited to see what they drop from this. They got a full lineup of stories being reprinted under the Black Label banner. That's pretty dope. So stories that already came out and they're redoing them?
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm like, are you going to add extra content to it, or are you just trying to make a quick buck? See what I'm saying? Like, I can read. I already have Kingdom Come. Why should I buy it again? Because it has a Black Label written on it? So, you got to give me something more.
Yeah, they have a couple other stories coming out. Like Superman is getting his own Black Label story, and I think the Joker's getting one. The 3 Jokers is going to be under the Black Label that I remember.
I don't care about that 3 Joker shit, man. That's too much.
Something else. This is off the top of my head. I had them in my phone, but yeah, it has a couple that look kind of interesting. But no, I'm interested in this. This is cool. I hope they finish the Batman, the Dark Knight, the Master Race. I don't think they ever finished that. They just kept pushing it back. Frank Miller never...
Son of a bitch. Anyways, for everybody listening, Dark Souls and Remastered on the Switch that I just paid $40 for last week is now $26.96 at Walmart. Definitely go pick it up, especially if you're a Switch owner and you want like a good challenging game on the go. I lost $14 because I'm a dumbass and I bought it last week.
I told you not to get that game right away.
You could get it today for $26.96 at Walmart. Son of a bitch.
I'll still wait for Black Friday. I'll go for $12, I'm sure.
Probably 20.
$20, yeah. I bought it for like 15 Canadian back when it first came out on Black Friday. Like 4 months after it came out, because it was a cult classic at that time. So I'm sure this will drop in price.
I'm stupid. I just like digital games. I'm so lazy. I don't want to, especially with the Switch pulling out the cartridge and shit. It's a hassle at times.
Yeah.
Now with the PlayStation, I don't mind putting a little disc in there, but taking out a cartridge, sliding it, pressing it down slightly, not too hard.
I'm the complete opposite. These PlayStation games, they cannibalize the prices so quickly. It's hard for me to buy a game like 100% pricing because I know it's gonna go on sale in like 3-4 weeks. So it's like I can just wait. Unless it's a game like Red Dead or God of War where I'm like, I know I want that game already. But the questionable ones, I could wait it out.
I don't blame you.
Now for Nintendo, those games don't go on sale for nothing.
Oh yeah, if it's a Nintendo exclusive, I'm buying it.
Yeah, you just might as well just buy it when it comes out because it's not going on sale for a whole year or 4. So until they.
But when it does go on sale, you save a whole $5. Like, hey, we were $59.99, but we're $54.99 now. It's a whole $5 now.
Yeah, so that's.
Excuse me, I'm still fighting this damn cough. All right. So, have you been keeping up with this whole Blizzard? People are pissed off at Blizzard.
Yeah.
All right, so let me break down the situation because at first I was like, "Fucking nerds, get over it." So Blizzard at their big BlizzCon, they announced Diablo, Immortal, and there was tons of backlash. People were pissed. They're like, "What kind of shit is this?" I'm just like, "Who cares? It's just a mobile game. Don't play it. What's your problem?"
Yeah.
Now, that was me being naive. I went back and did some research. Let's create a scenario for the listeners. Okay? Create a scenario. You listening, Casey? You here? You here with me?
I hear.
You feel me? You smell me?
Yeah.
All right, let's say you get tickets for Comic-Con. You paid big money, $150 just to go. And then you paid for like an upgrade package just so you could get the Hall H. So you could get that exclusive Marvel news, right? Right? You got a hotel. You're about to go there. Every year they give you some exclusive Marvel news. You go there. You're like, all right, man, I'm ready to see some Thanos, some dope news. And they show you a Marvel mobile game, and that's it. Now you see the frustration. People paid big money. They're waiting to see some type of exclusive Diablo information. and instead they just got a mobile game.
But
and that's a slap.
No, man, that's not all these conferences are. You don't just go sit there in a hall and wait for news. You go there and you communicate with people like-minded in the same game industry that you like. You get to meet.
You do that in the forum.
The games. No, but you see them in the real. You play the video games in the real with people that like the game and love the game and are passionate about the stuff as much as you are. Now, no. These people came in with expectations that they were gonna get the new Diablo friggin' game, but because they heard the rumor that Diablo 4 was supposed to come out and it was supposed to be the big news on this, but the creators were like, yo, this game's not coming out for another 2 years, so why would they even say anything in this thing when they don't have anything even to show?
All right. So they said this has been released, that they did have some footage, but they chose not to show it.
Yeah.
This is what I would do personally. You have people coming for exclusive news on Diablo or Blitz. Like, they're getting information on Overwatch and other, Blizzards. But they're looking for, maybe a Diablo 4 announcement, maybe a Diablo 3 expansion pass. Show that as a little teaser, not even long, a minute, and then follow that up with your mobile game and say, hey, this mobile game is going to be integrated with the new game that we have. Bam! Everybody's happy.
What they should have done at least was show a picture and be like, Diablo 4 is in the works. We
Start
have something
with that.
in the works. Like, it is it's the focus of our company at the moment. And but we have this mobile game coming out next, and it's going to be integrated with Diablo 4. That's all they have to say was some shit like that. But they did that completely. Yeah, exactly. People were happy with that little 3D video that they played at the beginning, showing something. But we gotta get out of that whole. Because that's game coming out.
I paid big money, man,
for Dreams.
Just to go there. See, and you showed me a mobile game.
You want Dreams to be sold. I don't want a Dream to be sold. I'm an investor. I want real release dates. I don't.
First of all right, let's look at it from a marketing perspective.
I'm more insulted with Final Fantasy VII remake for PS4, and we haven't heard shit from that yet. I'm more insulted by that Capcom game that we saw at the PS4, the first PS4 conference. Remember that Capcom game that looks like Dark Souls with the dragon blowing the fire and the dude hiding behind the wall? And we didn't see shit from that yet.
I think that turned into Bloodborne. Is that the newest?
No.
Capcom or?
No. It was a Capcom game that was like Demons, like the Demon Soul game.
Demon Souls or Dark Souls, yeah.
Yeah, like Dark Souls. But
yeah, that shit ain't coming out.
I'm more insulted by them putting out these fucking videos like that, and then nothing comes from it. Like that's why I'm like, okay, I get why they would pull the brakes on not showing anything if they're like,
no,
yo, we're not even like, we just started this game, we just drew up some things, like we don't even have a real basis.
Arguing with you, Casey. I'm arguing.
Yeah, I'm for it.
I paid my damn money. Okay, big time money.
Yeah.
With my expectations, not even high. Just show me something. Just flash something at me.
You want dreams?
No. But look, okay, from a marketing standpoint, mobile games are great in your like Asian markets. So that would make sense if this was held in like Japan or some shit like that. That's held here in America. We don't give a fuck about that.
It's a bunch of PC players who supported the PC game, and they don't give a fuck about no mobile game.
That's icing on the cake. You show the main course, and then you're like, oh, by the way, we got this mobile shit that you can play as well. That's how they should treat it. Oh, yeah, by the way, we got that.
I get what you're saying, but it's still, these people made the expectations online with the same way with the freaking Super Smash Brothers, how they're like, yo, what if this character's gonna be in there? What if this character's gonna be there? Oh, it'd be dope if this character. And then when they actually see the real thing, they're like, oh, it's just 2 characters they gave us. Trash. It's like,
Casey, this is what they did.
Expecting it. You shouldn't be expecting shit.
Thanksgiving's coming up. They invited you to Thanksgiving dinner. They hyped that shit up. You paid money to come visit me because I told you, Thanksgiving's gonna be dope. You come to my house. All I have is mashed potatoes, gravy, and stuffing.
Hey man, some people,
not a damn turkey.
You gotta stop at Bojangles before. You gotta fill up your belly at Bojangles before pulling up.
Foolishness.
I get what you're saying. I ain't disagreeing, but I'm like, yo, people's expectations of these companies are way too high, and we're not a bunch of 10-year-old kids where you can tell us Santa Claus is real and won't believe you. You gotta stop doing that shit. Like, we gotta actually have concrete dates before putting out any type of news. And these guys are realizing that because they're putting out these things and then people are expecting it by next Christmas, and it's not coming out next Christmas. It's not coming out for another 3 years. So it's like, people are just gonna get more and more mad at them. They're gonna be like, yo, where's Diablo 4 though? But we have this mobile game we've been working on. We don't care about that. Where's Diablo 4? But we have this game that we put out. I don't care. Where's Diablo 4? You know what I mean? Because they put out that Diablo 4.
To give the people what they want.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
Got it in the works. Even if it was a video of it, like, you got some, like, sweaty dude on the computer, and he turns around and is like, hey, my man, working on Diablo 4. Coming soon.
Hey, man.
And he turns around.
That's what I'm saying. They should have done something like that at least to say.
Greasy ass dude. Like, yo, I'm programming this right now.
Yeah.
More future, like, more footage to come in the future.
They should have had it like, the dude's like, I haven't slept in 24 hours. I've been working for 100 hours a week. Diablo 4 is coming as soon as we can. You know what I mean?
I'm about to die.
Show the hypocrisy in this whole community of gaming, because, like, you know, people feel a ways if they're like, oh damn, these guys are working hard, but I want it now. But look, the guy's working hard. He hasn't bathed in 4 days. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta do some shit like that, man.
His problem.
Don't
sign off this.
But I don't want no on the fence shit. Don't put out shit if you don't have a date or you know what I mean, or nothing. That's how I see it.
Man, you know how many companies put out dates and then they backtrack and they're like, psych, that's actually we're gonna push that back another week. Like, they keep pushing back Days Gone, which I'm okay with, like, as long as the finished product is good.
Yeah, but, like, don't put out anything and say, oh, this is coming, and then, like, you don't know when it's coming. You're just trying to get people hyped for a moment. That's selling dreams, man. That's bullshit. We deserve better than that. And that's why I'm like, okay, cool, I understand them not even talking about it. But I understand people are pissed. They want all the biggest news.
Pissed, damn it, man.
Community, this whole conference thing, like the PSN conferences and all that type of shit, is like to be around like-minded people who like the game, and you're playing the video game with those same people. You're meeting new people that have the same.
Casey, let's say you travel from Canada all the way to LA for that conference.
I'd be playing Diablo 3 the whole time while I'm there.
And then you go there, and then they show you a mobile game. You will be cheesed.
That's what you elitist fucking PC gamers get. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real. they're elitist PC gamers, and they're vexed because they didn't get no new PC game release.
What specs do I? They're probably like, what specs do I need for Diablo 4? None, motherfucker. We got a mobile game.
That's hilarious, though.
I hope your OS is up to date on your iPhone.
What'd you think of the dude when they did the questionnaire and he was like, "Is this some kind of late April Fool's joke?" What'd you think of that?
Oh man, he was cheesed, man.
That's a horrible joke, though.
The guy paid big money to go to that, and he's like, "The fuck is this?" They're joking, right? They're gonna show it now. They're gonna show it, right? Nope.
See, that's the problem.
Got you, baby.
Now, man, we get the information the same time the companies get in the friggin' meetings. Those same things get put online, and we get all the rumors. So now, people's expectation is different.
People walk into BlitzCon with a certain expectation.
But if they just went there to have fun and play the game around like-minded people, all these announcements are supposed to be icing on the cake. They're not supposed to be the main meal.
All right, for the last decade, they have cool ass, exclusive news every year for the last decade, and the 1 year you see a mobile game, you gonna be mad and be like, the fuck, man, that show went last year. They out here showing mobile games this year. Like, you gonna be cheesed.
I just doubled up on my RAM.
Like, bro, I skipped out on rent to make it to this show.
I just bought backup hard drives for this game. I hear you, but man, stop the expectations. Go to these things that have fun with like-minded people. That's what they're for.
No, we're too
we're too on the drive for like the
entitled for that.
Yeah,
damn
people want the newest news. They don't want to actually enjoy the products when they're here. Everybody like gets a new iPhone, and then they're like, "Yo, what's the next iPhone coming?" It's like, you didn't even use this iPhone you have. You get what I mean? Like, people are caught in the hype cycle, man. You gotta stop that shit.
Let's move on because I gotta pee. I'm trying to hold it right now.
You gotta what?
I gotta pee, man. We're holding that
Lord. Shit. Good, hold it.
I will.
Started.
Like before the episode, like towards the end, you're gonna hear me go like, oh, you're gonna just hear like a bottle fill up, pissing in the beer bottle.
Everybody send Keel, mail him a diaper, his DMs.
send me
a diaper.
Send me audio of water dripping so I can like piss myself on the podcast. So Stephanie McMahon says that WWE would become bigger than Disney. Now, with that being said, if she said that this statement was made in the 80s during like Hulkamania and Savage and all the legends, I'd be like, okay, I can see a possibility of it growing and becoming that. But as of 2008 WWE, hell no.
It's just like for the online streaming service only? Because ain't no way she's fucking with Disney.
She's just talking about like the Yeah. She's talking about the WWE Network. Yeah.
She's ambitious though. You know, you gotta have a goal. Disney's like the #1 brand right now for entertainment. She gotta shoot for that. You know what I mean? I guess that's what she's trying to do. Just keep.
Unless she becomes with a WWE Avengers. Nah, boss. I don't see it happening then.
But I applaud her.
It's not happening.
I applaud her drive, and you know.
They would have to recreate the Attitude Era, and like right now, wrestling is just so family friendly. They're not busting like bottles on people's head. Like people aren't drinking. Like Stone Cold don't even drink anymore, so you don't even have like a Stone Cold type character. You don't have ratchetness where you have like characters saying "suck my dick" like Triple H used to say. Now. Family friendly. It's a good old family time, and they would have to come with like a separate group. Not like they have NXT for the like the up and comings, and they got Raw and they got SmackDown. I'm like they would have to come up with like WWE Hardcore or something like that for me to get back invested, because this kid friendly shit don't do it for me. I like ratchet shit. I like when they would go to the. I missed like when Booker T was in the grocery store and they beat him up.
Yeah,
and
man, me
hitting
too.
him with ham hocks. Like that's my type of wrestling. Ignorance, foolishness,
unexpected. It just pops up anywhere.
The Attitude Era, that type of bullshit. That's what I like. I like that type of foolishness. But this family friendly wrestling, this ain't for me.
Yeah, well,
nope.
Cool. It's cool.
These man drama storylines, nah.
Maybe that is why they went that route, because they did do pretty good when they got to the family stuff out of the soap opera era, if you remember that. Like after the Attitude Era, they got into the soap opera style of thing. You know what I mean?
They're still in the soap opera style, Casey.
No, it feels like they got more into a family friendly after that, and it seems like they've grown success more with the family friendly stuff with all ages. But I'm a very, very casual watcher. But I don't know. They're not touching Disney though, that's for sure.
For me personally, to get invested, I would need a third entity of wrestling where it's just hardcore ratchet shit. I want ratchet. I want people getting beat up at the grocery store. I want wrestlers walking in and somebody's trying to grease their wife and it turns into a match and they fighting and they breaking stuff in the house. I want white trash.
That's Triple H, right?
I want coonery. I want demon worshippers. I want that, that uncle that you don't leave your kids around. I want him to be wrestling. I want all of that in the hardcore series of wrestling. Man. I want a wrestler to find out he has an STD before a match, and he's itching, and that's on his mind, but he's still got to fight. My type of storylines will be messed up. Zack Snyder ain't gonna have nothing on my storyline. I'm gonna have matter of fact, Zack Snyder is gonna write the storylines for hardcore wrestling. He ain't doing nothing right now. He's like, hey, remember how you want Batman to get raped? Here's your chance. His name is John Cena now.
That's what they should call it. Hardcore wrestling.
Hardcore wrestling.
Hardcore wrestling.
Storylines by Zack Snyder. Everything will be dark and gray. Just dingy. Ain't nobody's gonna have no flamboyant colors. It's just gonna be dark and gray. And just dark for no reason.
Just real clothes, just regular clothes. Ball shorts, Timbs, do-rags, fucking...
Yo, you just finished work? Yeah, man. It's wrestling time. Oh, shit.
Pull it out, someone crashes in the back of your car and just pulls you out and starts wrestling with you.
Yo, you have some celebrities show up. You have 6ix9ine show up on there.
With the blink.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Bro! Yo, bro! Alright, so yeah, that's the only way they're gonna get me. But with that statement being said, again, like you said, I appreciate your ambition.
Yeah.
But that's a no, dog. That's a no for me.
Disney will have to go bankrupt or something.
Disney's gonna have to have all types of sex scandals, racism scandals. Well,
yeah.
they had all of that, and they're still here. So never mind. I take that back. Yeah, no, it's not happening. So there's a new trend going on. It's called blackfishing, where white internet influencers make themselves appear as black women.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you heard of that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, man.
Let me watch this video. Now, this video is from Exposed off of YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
Shout outs. And this is from this site. Actually, this person's called 423. So let me go play this real quick.
Who are white and are essentially doing blackface by manipulating their skin color and their features in order to look black. This is really crazy, and I had no idea this was a thing until I came across one of these girls I'm about to mention, being exposed on Twitter. And when I looked into it, it turns out there's a whole lot of Instagram models and influencers who are doing exactly this kind of thing. I'll start off with Emma Halberg because she is.
Let me go check her page, for research.
Tricking men.
Dude's like, yo, my strong Nubian queen.
73,000 followers on Instagram. She also has her own highlighter collaboration with Makeup Store Cosmetics, so she's doing pretty well for herself. And at first glance, she looks like a light-skinned black girl.
Don't the Kardashians do shit like that pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much.
Where it's very voluminous, curly, dark black.
Get a nice little tan.
She's using that spray tan that bodybuilders use.
She's using that Trump tan.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything?
Nah, just kind of died off.
All right. Well, let me stop that and share it again. But I could see somebody like a family member of ours being like, "Yo, man, I got my Nubian queen with me," and they bring her around. You're like, man, black girl magic, baby. Here she is, black girl magic.
That's really fucked up.
That's really.
What about now?
Here,
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
High school and a photo that she posted on Instagram less than a week ago.
Okay, I found the page for research. Okay.
Going on here? This is insane.
She's 19. She's from Sweden.
At this girl's pictures for days, and I am still
Trickery.
in shock. Baby girl, what is you doing? To make things even more ridiculous, this girl actually.
Damn, she got the black tutorial video
last week, and there's a huge difference between.
She's like, you want to be black without the police brutality? Here you go. Paint your face.
Even points to her neck in the foundation, like, hey, look, I know my face is in this color, but I swear it matches.
Wait till you see the. No.
This guy's really cheese doing this video.
But like the fact that she's putting on this charade.
She don't look black there. She look like she's like Brazilian.
Yeah, she looks like a Kardashian.
Yeah, and that's what there's gonna be an athlete that's gonna wipe her up.
Chestnut is mind-boggling.
She kind of looks like Tyrese's wife. He's there one talking about his Nubian queen. I was like, you sure?
She does confirm that she's white and says she never claimed to be anything else. She continues saying that she gets tanned very naturally, and the only.
Yo, man, my wife tricked me with that, man. I was telling everybody I was Nubian queen. Then I found out she's Native American.
Gotcha.
I was like, you got me. Telling all my friends, yeah, man, I got me a strong black woman. Nope. Out here with Pocahontas.
Like I said, this situation is probably gaining the most traction across social media.
Now, there's several. So the thing is, it's weird. I'll never understand, like, people, they love black culture, but they don't love black people, apparently. Mm-hmm. I'll never understand that. Like, they love the culture, they love the music. I live by this statement. Everybody has at least two black people they like. I don't care how racist you are. There's an athlete, he'd be like, well, Bo Jackson's my boy. I don't like the rest of you diggers, though. like somebody else said, they have a tolerance for certain ones, but not all. And the thing is, like, we have these features naturally, but you go back in history, we're demonized for it. They made dolls, like Sambo dolls, with big lips and black ass skin and big bug eyes and big old butts, and they demonized us and called us coons and had minstrel shows picking on us for looking like that. And now, fast forward 2018, you have people darkening their skin for likes. Mm-hmm. And then when we do it, we're not getting the likes. So is there a disconnect with black men where we're just like, we want something that's black that's not completely black?
I don't know, man.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know, man. Some people just want what they aren't. Self-hate, probably.
Yeah, a
lot of these people, like, even some black people bleach their skin the same way these girls are making their skin darker. So
hell, Jamaica,
in all cultures. It's a lot of hypocrisy in all cultures, man. But this is like this blackfishing, man. Like, how can bodybuilders get away with this so openly? You know what I mean? Like, it's the same shit.
The bodybuilders, they're not doing it so they can pretend to be black. They're doing it for the show, so they can show more definition in their muscle mass.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of the same shit, though. Like,
they're not online pretending to be. for to show different definitions in your muscles, yeah.
But see, that's the same type of thing this girl's doing. It's like she's putting it on to make herself
Not
look better.
really. She's pretending to be a black woman so she could get more likes.
Yeah, it's all fucked up, man. This is just some real trickery, man.
Watch her apply for a minority scholarship next. Then you're gonna be like, it's the same thing as bodybuilding. No,
it's all trickery, man.
She's gonna be at the HBCU talking about, my sisters and brothers. If she starts doing hashtag Black Girl Magic, I'm done.
Yeah, for sure.
She probably thinks Black Girl Magic is witchcraft to get darker skin. She's like,
but
what's that magic?
Is she fully trying to act like she's a black person? Or is she taking pictures and saying she's black?
Well, apparently it's a new trend, just like the whole Rachel Dolezal. She's just one of the main ones, but there's plenty of them they're trying to portray themselves as people of color when they're not.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. This is dark shit. Like, why are you trying to do that? It's like,
why you want to give away your white privilege, man? Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping like that.
Crazy shit.
You get pulled over from the cops and get a warning. Now you got to go to jail with that black skin. Y'all tripping. You could have got a warning that day. There's worse. This one chick, I don't know what she did, but she looked like Flavor Flav with blonde hair.
That's just insulting, man.
I don't know what look she was going for, but she failed miserably.
I'm trying to Google some black fishing. Let me see what this is.
I got one right here. I'm gonna share it with you. I don't know what this shit is. Let me share this. This dude right now hugged up with a woman blackfishing them right now.
Man, it's just
man. Look at this madness.
Yeah.
Now this is coming from Annie, what's her last name, Nova on YouTube, and this young lady right here, I don't know what country she's from. Clearly a Caucasian female, blonde, curly locks, with skin blacker than the midnight sky right now. I don't know. She looked like Flavor Flav. Had a damn Raggedy Ann wig on her head that's blonde.
This shit's fucked up, man.
Really upsetting me. Besides,
oh, she's British? About to subscribe.
Why do all these people have cat in their name? Like, are cats racist now? Is that why my cat doesn't like me?
Oh, so they're calling themselves Cat? This sounds like some type of like cult of like white people turning black.
It's some dumb shit, man.
Yo, this white dude turned himself black. He out here looking like One Punch.
Dumb, man.
He looked like Black One Punch. He looked like one shit. Just like just a brown turd. He got fake lips. Yo, all right, I'm sorry. That's minstrel show.
This is just stripping.
He has fake big lips and he looks like One Punch.
That looks clearly like makeup though. Like, doesn't look like he's fooling anybody.
Yeah, in his mind, he's like, "Yo, man."
The messed up ones are
black don't crack, baby.
The messed up ones are the ones I saw online where a guy makes it's a black mask and it looks like a real face and he goes and does robberies with it and shit.
Oh, that's different. That's completely different. But yeah, I can see it's still part of the same spectrum. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
foolishness. So yeah, as you see, it can start off with just YouTube and Instagramming and pretending to be black, and then it might end with committing crimes pretending to be a black person. Hell, whenever they do a person of color, 5'7", that's me. That's my person. That's mine. That's my description. Keep my ass at home.
And these people are getting sponsors off this shit too.
Yeah, I'll never get this world. I'll never get the foolishness.
I heard somewhere that 50% or more of black men that subscribe to these people.
Oh yeah. I seen like black men comment like, "Yo, man, better than you black bitches." I'm like, what? What in the nigga? What in the self-hate coonery, Samboing, shucking and jiving? I hate my mama. I hate my aunt. I hate my sisters. Foolishness I'll never understand that.
Yeah.
Black men that hate black women. You could have a preference, but to be like, yo, I straight up hate black women. You hate your mom, your aunt, and your female cousins. Y'all need to get over that shit. And when you do that and you say that and you're like, I hate like there should be a Klansman behind you just clapping like, right on, brother. Right on. You share the same ideology as me. Good job, brother.
Some dumb shit, man.
Dumbasses. Y'all some dumbasses. I was thinking the other day, I think therapy should be free for black people in America. Because y'all need it. The amount of shit y'all went through with slavery, and then after slavery, putting us in jail for no damn reason, and then on top of that, We're constantly being bombarded with images of being shot, being killed.
People ain't taking the therapy if it's free, man.
Yo,
like, what kind of black magic is this?
Hey, the government probably come and mess that up. Be like, oh yeah, you sign up for therapy, but we're gonna put this chip in you to make sure you keep coming to your visits.
Mm-hmm.
Chip you down. Casey, can I please pee, man? Can we take a break, man? We'll piss on the podcast.
All right, cool.
We're gonna do a quick pause break. Yo, this episode has been sponsored by Bananas. You know, keep your potassium up. Episode 60, sponsored by Bananas.
Fuck. And we'll get into the main topic of the show.
This episode's sponsored by what's another thing Trinidad? This is sponsored by Curry.
By plantain.
By plantains. Fry them. Don't eat them raw. Your stomach will hurt.
Are you going to the bathroom or what?
I'm going.
Right.
Going. Ooh, I'm back with it.
You didn't wash
back
your
with
hands.
it. I did wash my hands, man.
No way.
Wash my hands and all of that. Yo, the bathroom's like right there. So, yo, what I noticed, because you know your boy working in corporate America, like the higher in the food chain somebody is, they don't be washing their hands, bro. Because I go, like, I'm in the basement, I'm downstairs, I'm IT, I do all the IT stuff, and all the business people are upstairs, so I'll go upstairs, because a lot of times, you know, people aren't there blasting off, so I'll go in there, go to the toilet, drop a couple, read some emails, respond to people on Instagram. Yeah, when I respond to you on Instagram, I'm probably taking a shit. Now you know. So, you know, I'm there doing my thing. And then, you know, I might sit down and see like 2 feet come beside me, you know, because I'm in the stall, sitting there, see, you know, some more feet in the other stall beside me. I'm like, all right. I blast off. They blast off. I'm washing my hands. So I'm washing my hands. That person will just walk past me and just go back out to work and shake hands and stuff. Like, I swear, the higher you are on the corporate food chain, the less likely you are to wash your hands. So don't even shake your CEO's hand. Just dab that nigga. You're going to get fecal matter on your hands. It's not worth it. Like I'll walk in the bathroom here, dude, just like them rough shits. Like sound like construction work. And like I'm waiting for them to leave so I could go in there and do my thing. And you don't hear no sink like running. The door just, you know, when the door swing does that swing sound, swoop, swoop, you just hear the swing, and then they walk back to the. I'm like, you nasty motherfucker, nasty out here making 6 figures, and you can't even wash your hands.
Nope.
Nasty. If you see the worst is when you see those businessmen and they're at the airport and they're in a hurry, and then they go in the bathroom, they be blasting off, and they don't shake their damn hand.
They probably shaking people's hand and like, yeah, you like that?
You like that and wash. Yeah, you see that little brown spot on my hand? You thought it was a mole. It's some shit, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the main topics of the show. We got rapid fire reviews, a couple movies, and a couple movies we want to go through and review, and some Netflix shows. Let's get into it.
All right, so what we got going on, we got a rapid fire review of Girl in the Spider Web, brought to you by me. We got a review of Overlord, the new secret film coming out about zombies.
I'll do a rapid fire of Nobody's Fool.
Oh boy, can't wait for that.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
And then we'll finish everything up with Sabrina. I'm gonna go into spoilers. Casey's not done yet, but Casey will be okay.
That's all good. I'll be fine.
So we'll do that. So Casey, you want to go first with your Nobody's Fool?
Yeah, since I support the black culture and all, unlike Akil, you know what I mean?
Nah, man, Maury Hardwick told me no when I tried to get a picture, so I can't. I can't go see the film. No, but yeah, go ahead.
If I close this deal, I'll be the first black woman to be a VP in the company. Hi, Mom.
Hey, darling. Listen, it's your sister. She's getting out. If you could pick her up, I'd appreciate it.
What time?
What time? Honey, it's jail. You get there when you can, like the song said.
Hey, girl, hey! Free ass! Free ass! I'm about to go out here and shake this ass. Can we go to the club? Ooh, this is nice. They don't smell like roaches in here or nothing. How you get sparkles in the back of an animal? What is this, a Care Bear? I need a job.
Why don't you just work here?
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, that is so dope. Where it say sex, what you want me to put right there?
What you want to put?
Plenty.
I like sexes from my exes. My sister is a bit much.
How can I help you?
I do what they say.
You've been standing in line all this time and you don't know what you want. Okay, you could just stand right there and think about it. Who is this?
Charlie.
Charlie.
He is an amazing guy. She met him online a year ago, but she's never even seen him.
It seemed too good to be true.
If the man looks too good to be true, he is. You're being catfished.
So the dude ain't real?
No, the dude ain't real. He could be anybody.
We need to go and find this son of a bitch who catfished me.
And we gonna tear his ass up.
Yeah, this is a drama comedy. After serving 5 years in prison, wild child Tina looks to her buttoned up, doing well Danica sister and to help her out get back on her feet. It's a comedy. It's a little bit of drama comedy. It's not the best movie at all, but I'm glad I supported it. It's actually a BET featured film. I didn't even know they were in that realm. That's interesting. Paramount Pictures also, but it's a Tyler Perry written and directed movie. He did the screenplay also, and it has some funny parts. They did a lot of ad-libbing in it for sure, and those are the most funny parts.
Now I heard with the it being a rated R film, and Tyler Perry kind of just let Tiffany Haddish loose, but she's doing a lot of yelling.
She went loose for sure. No, she went.
Is it just a lot of yelling though? I heard because I'm not crazy about her comedy style when she's let loose. I like when she's more structured, and I heard it's just a bunch of just booty hole, bitch.
It's actually really funny. She was very funny in this movie. Everybody got to go loose though. Everybody's character, they actually like took it to another level of like more theatrics with the facial expressions. Like Tika, the main actor,
Tika Sumpter.
Yeah, she actually had a lot more dimension in her acting. Like that surprised me. She's more of a serious drama role actor, but she was doing like comedy stuff. It was actually funnier than I thought it would be. It actually opened up her range. I'm like, I'd like to see her in more comedies. Omari, your boy Omari.
Yeah, Ghost.
He's a good actor, but he's the same guy in every damn show. Like I don't.
So he's Ghost again in this movie.
But he's not Ghost per se. Like he's the same guy, character, drug dealer, yada yada yada. But his like the way he carries himself is the same. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't change his words. He doesn't change the way he stands. Like the way he acts, it doesn't change. He's the same guy in like this movie as he is in Power. Even though he's not a drug dealer, he's the same type of personality. You get what I mean? Like even in the other movie, Sorry to Bother You, he was the same. Like he doesn't go out of the realm of who he is. You know what I mean? He needs to step up and do more as an actor, in my opinion. He did an okay job. Tiffany was hilarious. You could tell she was ad-libbing. She was making them laugh. Like it had parts where she was doing shit and he couldn't even keep a straight face. Omari, he was like, oh shit, and he was like his facial expression was like, oh shit. She went there and like you could tell he was like not ready for the shit she was saying. It was hilarious.
Now I heard that this movie tries to juggle too many storylines and then it forgets.
That's a big problem with the movie.
That has a storyline and needs to wrap up.
That's the problem with the movie. It introduces things and it's like, where's this going? Like what was the point? But then it comes together in the end as what you'd expect it to be. So that's why I give it like a low rating, but it was a cool watch. I'm glad I supported a new black movie that's out in theaters.
Now, what's the runtime for this film right here? What am I looking at? 2 hours?
It's about 2 hours. I don't know. Not too long. It's about an hour and a half. Didn't feel too long at all.
It's an hour and 50 minutes. Okay, so hour and 50 minutes of Tiffany Haddish yelling.
No, it has some cool parts. I'll spoil some stuff. It's not too spoilerish, but
now before we jump into that, I heard that Whoopi Goldberg did a great job, but she doesn't get a lot of screen time.
She does a great job, absolutely.
But spoil away. I'm ready.
I forgot what I was gonna say now with the spoilers. But it had some.
No, go ahead.
It had some cameos from people who I was surprised you in the movie that came and supported in this movie that looked like
spoil that because everybody wanted to know what it is. So spoil it.
Well, Chris Rock's in this movie. He's It has the dudes from what's that show? Fish where you get catfish. Had the cast.
They showed that in the commercial.
Okay, well that was great when they had that part that was like a lot of the movie there. That was pretty good. It had the black dude from a lot of those like CW shows, the bald guy. He was in there. He had a surprising part in the show.
Oh shit, you talking about Billy Brooks' brother, Makad Brooks?
I guess so. He's always in all those movies where he's the adversary boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was
Makad Brooks.
Eggs on what's that show? True Blood.
Yeah.
First time I saw him.
He was in one of those type. Yeah, he was Eggs. I remember that for sure. So he was in there. It had a couple of good parts, but they just needed to wrap it up in an unpredictable way. They shouldn't have just did it in a way that you'd expect. But it was a cool movie. It had some funny parts, and Tiffany Haddish definitely knocked it out of the park.
So The Rock didn't just show up out of nowhere, kind of like, why did I get married too? And he's like, yo, I know your husband died, but I'm The Rock. So you remember how they did that?
No. That was Omari's part in this movie. He was a dude who takes his shirt off and shit. That was his part in the Tyler Perry movie. You know what else has the black guy that takes his shirt off?
Yeah, so was there an evil dark-skinned black man?
That was, what's his name? Eggs.
Oh, okay. He's not dark-skinned, but I guess, he had to take that mantle since there's not...
said black man that was like the bad guy. He's like... Okay. He ended up being real. She thought she was catfished by Chris Rock, and then it turns out that guy, he was actually real this whole time, but he ends up being a piece of shit. And she fucked up. She should have been with Omari, but she fucked herself up.
Now is Omari like a bus driver, like a humble job?
Yep.
and then the other guy is like rich.
He owns a coffee spot right under her office. She's in marketing, and he owns a coffee shop, and he hires Tiffany Haddish because she just came out of jail. She needs a job, and he's like, "Yo, I'll hire you. I've been to jail. I know what it's like." And she's like, "Oh my god, you've been to jail?" He's like, "Yeah, man. I used to rob stores." He's basically the dude from Power, but after Power ends, he doesn't have the club no more, and he owns a coffee shop basically. But yeah, he hires Tiffany Haddish, and that's how he gets to know Tiffany Haddish better, and he ends up being a good guy. You know what I mean?
Now I heard there's like a couple of jokes where like Tiffany has like trying to rape dudes pretty much. Like, I don't care, I'm gonna take what I want.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now it's funny when a woman does it, but when we do it,
no, but it's not.
We're on Dateline.
Yeah, but she was like, oh, I'll suck dick, and he was like, no, I'm good. I love your sister, But then she kept going on with it, and it was more she was just ad-libbing, joking around, and it was funny though. And he was even laughing in the movie. You could tell they were like, we should cut this, but then they're like, it's pretty funny. Let's just keep it in. Like it looked like they're all having fun making this movie. It didn't look like
sounds like a solid rental.
Yeah, I'd definitely Netflix it or rent it for sure. I wouldn't go in theaters unless you want to support it. But I didn't even know it was a BET movie. That's pretty dope. These people, they're rising up, man. Got to be a part of it. Got to be a part of it.
It said Black Bluster Films or something like that.
Look at you, man. You always want to knock things, man. You're trying to create something.
Did it start like the average BET movie where somebody's running like, it's my birthday.
The situation.
It's my birthday, and y'all wondering how I got shot, man. But let's go back and let me show you. And then they play some soulful music. No.
Starts off with a Janet Jackson song. She's singing. I was like, this is a good little start right here with the girl.
Oh Lord,
it was great.
Was it Pleasure Principle? What was it? Control?
I don't remember the song name. Right
you suck.
You suck. You don't support black people.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna watch this shit.
Yeah.
Video on demand. I'm gonna get on the video.
It's a fun little movie, man. You could tell they're all having fun making it, and they're not taking it too serious. Has one actress in this, man. I think it's Amber Riley. She's too fast, man. Holy, she's Danika's best friend in The Office, and all she does is ask questions and make more comments for Danica. That's the whole movie. I'm like, why is she still listening to this girl's advice? Everything she's telling her is the wrong thing.
Oh Lord, so they got her playing the stereotypical fast, chubby black woman.
Yes, man. I'm like,
get together, Tyler Perry.
She has no man, no nothing else going on.
And she's just bitter. Come on, why can't
She's not really bitter. She just doesn't know. She can't keep her. She's too fast. She can't keep her mouth shut, so she's starting pure drama, and she's giving horrible advice. So I was like, oh boy, she needs to.
Does she do any singing? Because she's from Glee. Did she sing a little?
Oh yeah, she's from Glee. Yeah. No, but she didn't do no singing, man. There was no singing, except for the ending. It had one part that was cool.
They went to church, didn't they?
Nah.
To pray away all the sinning that they did throughout the film.
Nah, they washed it away in the rain.
Did they have a rain dance sequence like what's it called? What's that movie? Stupid Mario movie. You Got Served. Did they have a You Got Served dance sequence in the rain?
Yeah. They made a joke of it though, but yeah.
Oh my god.
It was Boyz II Men.
You're not selling this.
She was singing it at Boyz II Men. It was a funny part. It wasn't.
No, you're making that up. That didn't happen. You liar. I don't believe that shit.
Hey, man, support these things. The movies will get better and better with time.
That's what we all say. That's
Be a part of it. Support it.
certain like directors, like you just gotta be like, come on, bruh. Now apparently Tyler Perry said that he's gonna put an end to Medea. He's gonna kill her.
Yeah, the movie's already done. It's been finished 2 years now. He said.
So is it Medea goes to hell? Like, what's she gonna meet Jason? Medea and Jason.
I don't know, but that's gonna sell money. That's gonna do good.
Medea goes to heaven.
Love Medea, man.
Old white women and white people in general love Medea because it reminds them of their good old mammy that used to watch them back in the day.
Oh Lord, I don't know about all that. Black women love Medea movies too.
I don't know, them old white people like, whoa, reminds me of the shucking and jiving days. Woo! Look at Medea do her thing. Oh, girl. Shucking and jiving for us. Oh Lord.
So you would not make films like this if you had the opportunity to make films like this?
No, I'm not making no damn mammy film where I'm.
No, not Medea. I'm saying like the one I'm talking about right now.
No, that's not my type of style. I have a film idea in mind that I would talk to you about off the show.
Yeah, off the show, yeah.
About a cop drama.
I don't know. There's an avenue for comedies like this though. There's a
avenue
where people are making movies like this, and it's good to see.
Just do it right. I just feel like that movie, like from what I've read and what you're telling me, sounds like it tries to do too much.
It's just it could have been a television episode. You know what I mean? It's not that deep. That's the thing. That's the problem with it. There's no deep messaging in it.
It sounds like a good run.
Best angles.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
There's no sick angles in this movie at all. It's just pretty basic directing styles. Like it seems like people on the come up got hired by BET and they're working with Tyler Perry and they created a film, or a movie. You know what I mean? So
what do you give this?
A 5. It's definitely a 5. It's definitely a 5.
Woo!
But it had some good parts.
I don't know, man. 5s are like some shit that I watch when I'm drunk at home on Saturday.
So that's when you watch it.
Speaking about being drunk at home.
It'll be on BT by the summertime.
Okay, all right. I'll check it then.
Yeah, check it out then.
Now, I got drunk and watched Tales from the Hood 2. I had to take that shit off, man. I don't even want to review it. It pissed me off so bad. There was a scene where like a Sambo doll, like it was a minstrel show doll, had sex with a white woman. And then she got pregnant. And then there was like little baby dolls like bursting out of her stomach. And she's just going, it hurts.
Sometimes movies are fun to watch. They're just fun to watch.
That's just so stupid.
Yeah, but I'm saying that it's for a reason. Like, not all movies are supposed to be 10s that you're watching. You're supposed to be watching like, this is a dumb shit.
No, this was a 2, Casey. It's on Netflix for free. Watch it when you get a chance.
I'm talking about this Medea movie. I'm not talking about
okay. I'm not even going to waste my energy on Tales from the Hood. Now, if you guys do want me to review Tales from the Hood 2, write or send us a message and I will do it. But as of now, I'm not doing that shit, man.
There was a movie. I watched this horribly like fucking entertaining movie on TV a year ago. I can't remember the name though. It's about this dude who gets put in jail. It's so shit that it's great, and it has an underground fighting circuit in the jail.
Undisputed? Is it the one with not the one with
No, this
Wesley
is from
Snipes?
like this. This is from like the 70s, 80s, like exploitation era.
Oh no. The Dolomite show?
It's that era, man. It's that era. Like I tuned in, I was flicking through channels, I was watching it a little bit, and I ended up watching the whole thing because it was so trash and so like comedically funny. It had like a mysterious warrior in a cage, and anytime you get close, the warrior like people are too scared to get close to it. He ends up being like a midget, a black guy midget who's super strong.
All right, I need to look up this film now. You piqued my interest.
It's so stupid, but it's so entertaining at the same time. But yeah, let's move along. What's the next movie you want to talk about? And if anybody knows what movie I'm talking about, let us know, man.
Please do, because that shit sounds interesting.
Man, I didn't know the name when I was watching it.
Now, quick shout out. My favorite foolishness movie is Dolomite the Human Tornado. You want to have a good time, get drunk.
That's what I'm talking about.
And watch Dolomite Human Tornado. All right, so my rapid fire review is for Girl with the Dragon. No, actually, she don't have no dragon tattoo. She does.
Spiderwebs this time.
She got spider webs. She ain't dust her poom poom this time. It's all busted with spiders. So The Girl in the Spider Web, a new dragon tattoo story. Let's drop that trailer.
Sorry I said those things. You know how much I love you, don't you? Who the hell are you?
fan of yours. The CEO who beat up 2 prostitutes, but then got acquitted in court yesterday.
Get me down.
I'm transferring 20% of your cash to these 2 girls.
I'm calling down to security.
The rest, I'm transferring to your wife. Account number.
Don't.
51912.
Take your child and leave. He won't hurt you again. Mr. Chen has bankrolled your company for years. Isn't this his wife?
You bitch!
You try to contact your wife again, or if anything unexpected should happen to her, this video will be sent to him.
Who are you?
Are you not Elizabeth Salander, the writer of Wrongs? The girl who hurts men, who hurt women. I could never figure it out. Why did you help everyone but me?
Boom! So, Casey, you played Watch Dogs before.
Yeah.
Now, would you like to see that as a movie?
Hell no.
Now, would you like to see that movie with action, starring a pansexual woman, and co-starring Lakeith Stanfield from Atlanta?
Oh, that's dope. Sounds good. The trailer looked good.
Not bad movie. It is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about the good. You got great acting. You have Claire Foy, who a lot of people know playing Queen Elizabeth on The Queen on Netflix.
Yep.
She completely uglifies herself for this film. And they even make a joke about it in the film. They're like, damn, girl, like, why you look like that? So she's playing Lisbeth Salander, or as I like to say, Lizard Salamander, who is the girl with the dragon tattoo, who's pretty much a superhero. The opening scene, she has face paint, she has a whole like leather bodysuit, and she's like positioning herself between like an archangel statue that's black, where it looks like she has wings. I'm like, oh shit, Hacker Batman in the building. She goes in, she beats up a dude, has him make a complete ass out of himself. He's hanging upside down, pissing on himself as she's hacking his bank. Right? Yeah, as she's hacking his bank accounts and giving it to his wife and whoever, giving the money to the wife and whoever else needs the money. So that's the opening scene. Like, so you're invested, but after that, it just becomes very cartoony. Any situation she's in, it's always a convenient way of her getting out. Like, she might be in a room and a bunch of bad guys walk in. She would literally take a step back and close the door. This happened twice in the film.
Now, how does this compare to the first women with the dragon tattoo?
Now,
is this continuation or is this?
This is kind of a continuation of the American one. Brand new actors. It's in Sweden. Now, the premise of the story: there's a new program, instead of firewall, it's called Firefall, and it's supposed to hack everything and get you into any network. You can launch new codes. The after the opening scene, the opening crawl with the characters dingling and all this stuff, it's very Skyfall-y. So you get the Skyfall vibe with the opening crawl. You get the Skyfall vibe with the location, the setting, the scenery, and the camera angles. Everything is done cinematically well. Acting done very well. Claire Foy brings her A game. Like, Lakeith Stanfield, he's able to play he's a hacker, but also has military skills. But it's not like unbelievable to the point where it comes off like cartoony.
Yeah.
The villain in the film is Camilla Salamander, who is the sister to the main character, and they kind of have like the sibling rivalry because her character escaped their abusive Russian drug lord father, and she ended up being like this avenger for women's rights and a hacker, while the other sister just continued to get abused and became basically picked up in her father's footsteps after he died. Like, she becomes a supervillain to the point where she wears a skin tight red suit, and then the opposite sister, the good sister, wears all black. So it's like Batman versus Joker. So you got the sisterly rivalry going on. So you got all that going on. Now, the faults in the film are the fight scenes. A lot of the fights come down to Claire having a taser, tasing people in the dick. She gets a little creative with it. Like, there's a guy walking on the stairwell. He has his arm on it, so she tases the metal, so it zaps through him, and he gets tased. So she's not really a fighter. So she's tasing people. She has kind of like a cow prodder, I believe it's called, where you could tase cows. So she has that. She has a personal taser, so she's tasing with those things. Yeah. Some of the action you're going to get from Lakeith Stanfield. His character has a background in sniping. So there's a neat sniping scene where he's in the opposite building and like people are like trying to get her and they're getting shot and they're falling down left and right. And you're just like, oh, who's doing this? And the camera pans over to Lakeith Stanfield, like across away, like just shooting people. You're like, oh, okay, my head got some skills. Yeah. But yeah, the cinematography is done well. There's like the artsiness of it's great. Like there's a scene where Liz is being wrapped up in her sister's doing like a torturing technique where she kind of has her kind of like an old school vacuum bag, but it's like a plastic bag, and she'll like suck her in there, and it's just like
the black bag.
Yeah, and she's just like in there just squirming, and she'll just poke a little hole, and she's like, hey, like, you know, since I've been gone, let me tell you what I've been up to. I have your attention now. I was like, okay, Bond villain. Okay, I see you. You're Bond villain. There's a couple good car chases. There's a really neat one where she's riding her motorcycle across a frozen river, and it's done well because you see the cops are like, fuck that, we're not going to try that, and she's riding across and some of the ice is breaking as she's driving across because her character is on the run. Mm-hmm. Character's on the run from the events that happened prior to that in the other films that they touch on briefly. Some of the hacking that she does is cool, but some of it's just way too convenient. Like she'll break into a car and make like the airbags go off. Very watchdoggy.
Sounds like it.
It's very watchdog-like. So my problems were the fighting was just a little bit off. I feel like if it had better fighting, our rating for it would have went up. But her character's not really a fighter. But I don't know.
How was the story in the entire story? How did you find it?
Story was interesting.
Did it wrap up well, or was it predictable?
It was kind of like, it was a superhero film. So it was kind of by the numbers, like get this person, get that person. But the cinematography for it's very well, and there's enjoyment to have. There's a really good. There's a bad guy, and he gets blinded, and you forget about him being blinded, and there's a car chase that's going on, and you're seeing it from another goon's perspective, and it's in first person, and he's driving. And then out of nowhere, you see some like blind dude walk in front of him. You're like, "Oh shit, I forgot about that guy!" And they hit that guy, and there's a big explosion. And you're like, "Oh shit, I like how everything just made a 360 from what happened before led to this event." Yeah. And they just did it so well with the camera play and the cinematography. Nice. So that's done well. It's just the story's kind of it's like a superhero comic. It's just kind of the realism goes away in points of the movie where it becomes like a video game. Like, as I said, the situations where people will come into her house to assassinate her, she literally will take a step back, close the door, lock it. I'm gone. Happened twice.
Oh, wow.
They are attempting to blow up her entire apartment building. This is shown in the commercial. Mm-hmm. So her building's blowing up. My girl jumps into a tub that she was taking a bath in. It's not ice cold or anything. She just jumps into a tub. The camera then pans to a new scene where you see a mushroom cloud where her apartment is. She wakes up in her tub, unscratched, just coughs a little, water here and there. Some of her electronics are still intact. Mm-hmm. So stuff like that, I'm just like, really? You have a mushroom cloud explosion. You're in the tub of water. Like, the only way that would make sense is if she was frozen and she was able to go in the water and like lower the temperature of the water as the explosion was happening, so she didn't boil alive in the water.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, come on now.
Yeah, I got a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, it's a solid rental. It's something that you'll see going on TNT, and you'll start watching it, and then you just continue watching it. But I don't see a need for you to run out and see it.
Does it seem like they're trying to cash in on women empowerment movements and stuff like that?
Kind of. Her character character's kind of a scumbag. Like, she kind of has like a girlfriend, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to like claim her. Like, she's just like, you know, if you're here, let's do our thing. Because Lakeith Stanfield's character, Edwin, he's an American soldier, and he's trying to get his hands on the Firefall program before it goes into, because the Swedes, it's kind of an arms race of who's going to get the program.
Mm-hmm.
The Swedish army's trying to get it. You have her sister who is she's part of a group called the Spiders. She has an obsession with spiders, so they're kind of like the they work with the dark web, but they're also kind of like the Russian mob, similar to them.
Those are the antagonists, right?
That's it. That's some of the antagonists. So you have that, and then you also have the Swedish not military, but government. So there's like 4 entities trying to get that thing. So you're just constantly like, oh, who's going to get it now? But it just gets convoluted after a while. There is a very interesting scene where there's a character called Michael. He's a reporter. He's the character that Daniel Craig played in the first movie.
Oh, okay.
He's talking to a guy. Guy has like a really weird face, and he has a spider tattoo, and he's talking to him, and he's like, you know, like, why you have that tattoo, blah, blah, blah. This is not like a plot point or anything. It's just revealed that spiders will actually carve that spider into your skin. It's not a tattoo. That's like, it's meaning that you're a victim. And his face looked funny, and then he pulls that, like, his lower jaw's missing and his nose is missing. All that was cut off.
Oh shit!
So that scene, I was like, whoa, shit, Skyfall.
Yeah.
So like, there's that moment was very intriguing, but there's not another moment like that again in the film. So again, there's scenes and plot points in the film that like are intriguing like that, but the action's very basic and the story's very basic. So it's a very good rental. I'm giving it a 6.5. I say pick it up at Redbox if it's on video on demand. Rent it, and if you just see it on TV or on TNT, you'll watch it and you won't be disappointed. You're gonna see like some cool camera angles. You're gonna see like that couple chase scenes that you like. But yeah, the story, everything's just wraps up so nicely.
Okay, that's good.
Like, revise the franchise and we're gonna get future films. I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, but, it's based off a novel, and they have a bunch of different novels.
Yeah, they got a bunch of them. They have the European version that has the whole series pretty much done with that. And I was going from and I was just like, oh, let me like check like right here. Oh, okay, I got a health pack right here. I can heal myself. It's like a video game.
It sounds,
but that doesn't always translate well into film.
Exactly.
So if this was a campaign,
another 5 out of 10 movie.
Before we get into that, let's drop the trailer here.
Months ago, I was cutting grass in my front yard. And the mailman shows up with a letter from the army. Now I'm here. No idea where I'm gonna end up.
Welcome to France.
What happened here? Some questions don't have good answers.
There's a lot of soldiers out there, and there's only 4 of us.
Find out what's inside that compound. What is this?
A 1,000-year army. These 1,000-year soldiers.
What's behind that wall? What do you do with those people? They have been given a purpose.
So, what'd you think?
All right, before we get into what I think, all right, let's just talk about this. This is Overlord, film directed by Julius Avery. Have no idea of his previous work. I looked at the other stuff he did, and I was like, yeah, none of that's familiar. Produced by J.J. Abrams. Now, when you hear J.J. Abrams and you see that, the Bad Robot logo, people are like, oh, shit, it's going to be connected to Cloverfield. Oh, man, I can't wait to see, how this connects. What's the connection?
Yeah.
There's no connection.
Oh,
this movie's shrouded in secrecy. I stayed away from trailers. I didn't watch any reviews.
Yeah.
Because the premise sold me. You have World War II. You have zombies. That's all I need to know.
Yeah,
and then the cinematography looks like, I'm sold. You gotta show me any more. I'm good. But it's one of those movies, somebody see a situation where somebody's walking and they think they look really fly and they walk in slow motion, then they slip and they fall.
That's this movie.
And then they pick themselves up again and they start walking. That's what this movie is to me.
Oh man, it looked promising. It really did.
It's shrouded in mystery for a mystery that we already know. What do you know about this film, Casey? Not seeing it.
From the trailer, all I know is that it looks like an Americans are caught up with some Nazi camp and they're trying to free somebody, and the guy who's in charge of this camp is like, oh, I freed them already, and he put some kind of zombie serum in his captors, and that thing is making them into monsters of some sort, and
Casey,
they gotta gun their way out of it. They gotta gun their way out of this.
You just solved the mystery that they are shrouding throughout the first 50 minutes of the film.
Holy shit, for real, right?
All right, so let's get started with Overlord. So let's talk about the good. So the movie is it's a World War II movie. It's based it's the day before D-Day.
Okay.
So movie opens up. They're on the plane. There's some great monologue going on. The main character, Jovan Duplo, is playing a guy named Bruce. He's wet behind the ears. He's just got drafted. He's not really into killing. There's a backstory of him having to kill a mouse, and he decided not to kill the mouse, and the mouse went back into the sergeant's room and shit everywhere, and they had to do hills all day. So
he's the kid from Fences.
Is he?
Yeah.
The one that getting yelled at from Denzel?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who
he gets yelled at again in this film because he can't get right. So the opening plane crash scene done extremely well. It's an homage to the Band of Brothers. It's beat by beat for the scene in Band by Brothers. So that's great. The war elements in the film are done very well. You see the realism of war. You see the horror of war. You see the paranoia of war to the point where characters having a conversation and they step on the trip mine. Boosh! This is all within the first 20 minutes. So you see their table setting. You're getting hooked. They jump off the plane. They're on the ground. They're making their way to this this castle. Now the movie gets sidetracked. They make it into a town in France, and they stop into a house where they meet this young French lady played by Madeleine Oliver. Her character's named Chloe. They get to the house and they hit the damn brakes, Casey. They're like, we're going to go to this house. They're doing a stealth mission. The mission is for them to go to a tower because they want to take down this watchtower so they could get it's a radio tower, so they want to take down the radio tower so more troops could come on board without getting shot down. So that's their main mission.
You talking about Wyatt Russell?
Yes, yeah. So Wyatt Russell,
Kurt Russell's son.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm looking up this shit while you talk. I don't know.
So Wyatt Russell, his character is your stereotypical. He's a hard ass. He's saying war, and his dialogue is very bad. I told you earlier with a person walking on the trip mine.
Yeah.
His response to that is friends die.
Shit happens.
Shit happens. Friends die. We keep moving. So I'm just like, okay. But during all of this, it's done beautifully. I'm looking at the scenery, like, yo, this is great. The opening scene has me set. I'm like, yo, they just did beautiful table setting. The back and forth with the different characters is kind of corny. It's B-movie-ish. They have like a super Italian guy. Like, I'm surprised he didn't say, it's me, Mario. He's just like, I'm Italian. He's played by John Magaro, and he's just like super Italian. Mm-hmm. It's just like, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Godfather Italian. So I'm just like, all right, you got the stereotypical Italian. You got your idiot with a fucking camera during war, walking around with a camera. Like, dude, what is he doing? Your friend just blew up beside you. Got the camera. Oh, get these camera angles. I'm just like, oh my god, we're doing these dumbass horror movie tropes, aren't we?
What movie was it that this is based off of Cloverfield?
No, it's not.
Oh, was it? Because
that's
camera. That'd be dope if they used the camera in a way that they made it like, you know, it shows the first person.
No, it's not.
Like,
so people,
like an actual Cloverfield movie. Oh, okay.
People came into this movie building up a movie in their head, and the movie, and that the movie that they get is not the movie that's in their head. Yeah. So during this whole house drama with this France chick, there's the tension of German soldiers going house by house, and there's also the tension of in her house there's her grandmother making zombie sounds, going Now, are they going to making Pusha T sounds now? Are they gonna follow through and fully explore that with her aunt, and if she's a zombie, or maybe have her attack somebody?
Nah.
Nope. We're gonna have some conversations, baby. So they're talking, and troopers are going room for room. Now the main antagonist is the German soldier called Wolfner, stereotypical bad guy. Goes into the room trying to rape the girl. You know, stereotypical scumbaggery shit. Yeah. So you're wanting these people to get theirs. You're wanting them to, to kill people and get to their mission. But they spend so much time in this house and foreshadowing what's going to happen at the tower. You're just like, all right, let's hurry up and let's get to the tower. But they're like, no, we got a plan. There's only 4 of us, and there's 4 of them versus like 40 soldiers. So all the war elements and the planning and stuff, I appreciate that. But for what I was looking for, I'm just like, oh my god, just get to it. So when they do start making moves, and this is a stealth mission, clumsy, loud, making noise, shooting their gun in the house. But Casey, nobody comes to go investigate. They capture the bad guy. They beat up the bad guy. Guess what they do, Casey? They turn their back to the bad guy so they can have a conversation, and the bad guy just tiptoes out the room.
What?
I was like, now this character Chloe, I could count the times. Like, I think I said 15 times, bitch, are you for real? Throughout the film. She is the person that's running, dropping the gun, turning her back to the enemy. Just careless, stupid mistakes that you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
In a horror movie, and God knows for a stealth mission. Now, if you're coming to this film to see a zombie fest, zombie gore, just zombie everything, you're getting 2 zombies and 3 zombies.
Wow, that's it?
3 zombies.
Oh my god. The way they make it look in the movie is like, in the commercial, is like a stampede of fucking zombies are flying at them. They're bucking Pierce shots.
No. Now, while they're in the tower, creeping around, like setting it up to blow, you get introduced to a scientist. He's doing experiments. He's changing people into zombies. He has them locked up in cages, so you're expecting that, all right, there's going to be that 3rd act payoff where they let them all out and they got to, just fight their way through this place, because they're setting it up where the place is full of zombies. Mm-hmm. But you interact with one that gets let out by accident, and then you interact with a second one who is a prior villain that does the stereotypical Resident Evil thing that, oh, I got hurt, let me over inject myself with the zombie formula.
Oh Lord.
I'm hurt. I refuse to die. Let me over-induce myself with the zombie formula, Resident Evil 1, and see what happens.
Wow. Sounds like trash, man. I'm not gonna lie.
But by the third act, I'm watching the film. I'm seeing a character get beat up by a zombie guy, and I was like, he's about to take a vow of that zombie stuff and become a zombie to fight that guy. Wait for it. Wait for it. It happened. Okay. At the end of the third act, I was like, all right, what's the plot twist? Was this character that we were following, like Kurt Russell's character, was he really working for the Germans the whole time? Or is like one of the characters really a zombie on the low? We're going to find out at the end. The movie ends with the black... Well, I don't want to spoil, but the movie ends basically with, good job, guys, on to the next mission.
Oh, wow.
What?
Trash, man.
And then some rap music starts playing. They started playing some Nas. I was like, the fuck is this?
Oh, man, this is foolishness.
So, all that table setting, all that beautiful cinematography, all that work that they did in the first act and second act of like, all right, they went through all this hell just to land. Because the first act's amazing when they're on the plane and them getting shot up and them just landing was just so hard. And them fighting their way to their house, they're just like, yo, man, give these people a break, man. And like the director's like, you want a break? We're going to hit the brakes right now, baby. We're going to chill at this house for 30 minutes.
Man.
I was watching it with my wife, and she just kept looking at me, rolling her eyes like, this dumbass, that dumb. Like, he just kept doing dumb stuff.
Oh, man.
Constantly.
Oh, boy.
Like the slow pace and the mismatching of different, like tonally, the tone for the first and second act is serious. Let's blow this up. Let's get to get. But by the third act, they're goofy, they're dumb. It becomes a B movie by the third act.
This feels like it could have been a Netflix movie, but they saw an open slot in the calendar of movie releases in theaters, and they were like, "Yo, let's just put this out in theaters instead of doing it like we did with the space movie." Remember that one that came out on Netflix?
This could have been dropped as a surprise on Netflix
for Halloween.
And I would have been okay. But for what it's worth, for 3 zombies and a runtime of
hour and 52
minutes. 52 minutes for 2 zombies, like,
nah, bro.
I don't know. People like, I have people that are saying like, what if this was part of a franchise like Wolfenstein or BioShock? Would you forgive it? I don't know.
Oh, man, if it was, I was thinking this was gonna be like Wolfenstein, except more action packed. Like action packed, like Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein's crazy, man. That's mad action. This sounds like it's super calm.
No, it's not calm. In the first act, like when they're like getting on land and like getting to the house, like they fight their way to the house, but they hit the brakes. They hit the brakes to. It's kind of like the stuff that you don't need to know, but they hit the brakes to like, all right, we're gonna do this. All right, then you're gonna go underneath here and do that, and then you're gonna set bombs, and then you're gonna do that. Oh, they're walking around checking houses. We got time. All right, and then we're gonna go do that. I was like, damn, is this a TED Talk?
So it sounds like it has a pacing problem too. Like
yes, it has a pace problem, and it lacks consistency. Because how are you on a stealth mission making all this damn noise?
Yeah, were there any twists?
No, there's no twist. What you see is what you get. They're going to the tower. There's bad guys working on zombies. There's apparently a ton of zombies in there, but you're only going to interact with 2 of them.
Man, that's trash, man.
There wasn't even a real interaction with the ant going, I was waiting for the ant to show up and bite somebody. I was like, keep me on my toes. They talking, like, while they're talking and planning, I was like, perfect time for like ant to show up and bite somebody's ass. Nope, she stayed in her room and watched Price is Right or whatever the hell she was doing. She was in her room, knitting.
Like, I'm trying to figure out what's the point of this movie. Like, what is their message they're trying to send, or what is the...
I think it's supposed to be like a fun film, but like it's trying to do too much. It's trying to be a war film first, and then it's a drama, and then it's like, oh, by the way, let's be a horror. Whoops, okay, let's just end the film now.
Wow, nah, boss.
So yeah, like I just couldn't get that. You're on a stealth mission, but you're yelling, you're making noise, you captured the leader of the bad guys, You're punching them up in the building and cussing at them and yelling all loud, and you know damn well that his troops are going house by house. You're shooting a gun. I was like, what the fuck is y'all doing?
Yeah, it sounds like foolishness. What would you recommend this movie for people to check out in theaters, or would you?
Man,
say,
I was gonna give it a 6.5, but like, I was gonna give it a 7 because the main character is black, and he survives. So I was gonna boost it up to a 7 because of that. But like, it's. I've seen people give it some old bullshit, but for me, it's a matinee. It's a movie you see at matinee or you rent it. But like, there's no need to rush out to the theater to see this. This is an average zombie film that's filmed very well, but it forgets to have fun.
Yeah,
it forgets that. Sure. And that's the thing is, like, you can say what you want with the last Halloween movie, it didn't forget to have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
This movie forgot to have fun. Like, you have zombies in a castle with Nazis. Let them out. Let like 4 or 5 out. Let's build some tension. Let's put them in a room where they got to fight their way through some zombies. No.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. It's just not like the tension ends when they get to the house.
Man.
Because like they're fighting their way to get to that house, and then when they get to the house, they're fighting their way to get to the tower. They just stumble upon that house because plot device. They beat that girl scavenging, and then the black guy's like, "White woman." He's like, "Oh." He turned to Jar Jar Binks. Misa gonna get this. He'll put his life on the line for her. Like situations where they're doing a stealth mission, they need to be quiet. He's like, "Yo, I'm willing to go downstairs and pop one off and make noise to save this woman I just met."
Man, it sounds like all the movies we saw this week were trash.
Because she speaks French and I speak French because my grandma's Haitian. We're just like, oh Lord.
Yeah, it sounds like all the movies we saw are bad.
It looks good.
It does. It looks great.
Like, it's filmed very well. There's a scene where the main character's running and there's an explosion behind him. I was like, okay, probably it's reminiscent to like Mission Impossible Fallout, but it looked nice. Like, the movie looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, like, you have this budget. You have these effects. Why not go all out? Have a little fun with it. Like, they played it safe. They tried to juggle too much at once, and it ended up being when they could. This had potential of being like the best horror film of the year. If they wrote better dialogue for the characters, and just embrace the fact that because the first and second act aren't bad. So if they just went really strong with the third act, gave us what we wanted, what we came for, zombies, and I'm not talking about 1, 2. Give me 5 at least.
Yeah, bring out the big guns to take them out and shit. Give us a big show.
Give me a big fight. Like them shooting their way from a bunch of zombies, because they make it that, these zombies, you can't just shoot them. They're going to just keep coming up. You have to like physically decapitate them with a bat, have strong enough weapon that'll blow their head off. So I'm just like, okay, that's a power struggle. Like, give us 3 or 4 and them just like being kind of like like a Resident Evil situation where it's tight corridors and they got to fight because they do the table setting and they're in an environment with that castle where it's tight corridors and things could just jump out. They got people in cages. I'm waiting for that to happen, but instead I got a war film with drama elements that shows me some zombies for 40 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's whack.
And zombies not really eating people or anything like that. It's just like, it's kind of like the Rage zombies from 28 Days Later, but those zombies are scary because of their physicality and the numbers that they had. Because with 28 Days, you have a zombie that's fast and they can run. And it's not just one, you're dealing with like 20. You're like, holy shit. This movie, you might deal with one, and then they take care of that person, and you don't see another one for another 20 minutes. And then that's the main one that they just keep fighting over and over. Who's a character that you saw earlier in the film that became a zombie?
Oh, Lord. That sounds like trash, man. Let's move to the next topic.
6.5. Fuck it. Yep.
Exactly.
2 6.5.
Is there anything else you want to add? I don't want to cut you off.
No. Rent it, and if you absolutely have to see it, go see it. But I don't know. It looks nice. It just falls short. It's the pretty chick at the cafeteria at the mall trying to look fly, and she falls on her face.
Pretty much.
What this movie
I will definitely wait for it to go on Netflix, and I'll fast forward through it.
to the end. You're like, oh, zombies, and then credits roll. You're like, yo, what's the twist? Good job, fellas. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, it's your boy Nasty Nas. I was like, that came out of nowhere. What's Nasty Nas doing on a World War II film? But all right,
make no sense.
All right, get that black audience. I see you. All right, so let's get into what I enjoyed. We're gonna talk spoilers, man.
Let's do it.
The chilling adventures of Sabrina.
Let's do it. Alright, so what'd you think? How'd you like the show?
I finished it and I enjoyed it and I went back and started reading the books. I got everything, bruh.
Nice. So we're gonna get into spoilers right off the top with this. I got up to episode 6, I think. I got up to the episode with the dreams. That was pretty dope. It was like a big bad, who's this new big bad guy episode where they got to defeat them in all in one episode. I liked it. It was pretty cool.
So was that like the Freddy Krueger type person?
Yeah, pretty much like the Freddy Krueger type person. Actually. That's a good observation.
Okay, so that character is called a Baddie Botton, and that's from Filipino folklore, and she would basically kill people in their sleep, put them in sleep paralysis. So.
I noticed they use a lot of folklore, a lot of different things, like the spiritual things, like even like the doll with the pin. They use like all Latin type of stuff. They use black culture type of stuff. They use a lot of different.
Yes, that's what I like about the folklore. Now, Ambrose, did you notice when he was doing the astral projection, he went on the date? He saw those two birds, right?
Yeah.
Now those two birds are like representatives of creatures that basically, when you die, they take you to heaven or hell.
So they're coming to take him.
So maybe they were foreshadowing that they're coming to take him, or there's just so many little, like, that's what I like about the show, little things that you gotta go back and be like, oh, word? Okay. Table set and done right.
Yeah, there's one table setting thing they did with the with her friend, the actress, let me load up her name right here, Zaz Sinclair, where her eyes were black. What was with that? Because they didn't get to that yet in the show, and I'm bored of the whole teeny bopper in high school situations. So I was like, man, I know they're gonna build something good, but I want to fast forward these parts so bad in this show.
So her character is going blind throughout the show.
Oh,
so that's why she's
black.
Yeah, that's why she's constantly reading and things. So she has an ability I call Magical Negro, and it goes down to, like, African folklore of black people being able to, like, predict the future and whatnot. So the ability is called the Cunning. And her ability, everybody in the show has an ability, by the way. You find that out later.
Oh, cool.
So her ability is called the Cunning, and she could get premonitions and see what's gonna happen before it happens. Now, later on in the show, they introduce you to her grandmother, and she has the Cunning fully intact. So there's a situation where Madam Satan, but I think her name was Miss Wadwell. Because remember, she took over that lady's body in the first episode?
Yeah, Michelle Gomes.
Yep, so she unleashes the 13 witches who were prosecuted years ago, and with them, she brings the Angel of Death, and the Angel of Death is going house by house and taking the firstborn of everybody. They don't care if you're a witch or a mortal. So the witches have to band together and go to the school, so everything comes together. So they go to school and they're like, yo, we good, fuck these mortals, like, we're all gonna stay here and cast a spell, we're good. And then it's gonna be up to Sabrina and her crew to take care of the mortals. So there's like a dilemma of that. And then you find out that her character with the Cunning can say, yo, oh shit, the Angel of Death is on the way, like, I see him. Like, the blind grandmother's like, no, like, I know it's not like a tornado like the news is saying, it's Angel of Death, I saw that a week ago.
Oh, dope.
So she's able to give Sabrina a heads up on situations.
The principal pissed me off, man. What's with this guy, man? He's always trying to block them from doing stuff. He was having a seizure with the devil in him and shit.
I thought the principal was the devil at one point, and then at the end...
He got taken over by the devil at one
okay.
Show.
But later on in the show, you find out he's not. Now, Susie, how'd you feel about Susie, the transgender character?
I like that. I just didn't like it felt like it was going slow. But I like that they band together and made the group. I don't know what her powers is, though. She has a power?
Now, she talks to her dead ancestor named Dorothy. So a lot of times in the earlier episodes, she's in a room talking to somebody. She's talking to her dead ancestor, Dorothy, who was part of basically those 13 witches that got hung.
Mm-hmm.
Her ancestor was like a freedom fighter, a lesbian, and she took them down. She like saw their bodies hanging. She's like, this is blasphemy. Let me take them down.
Yeah.
And she's able to talk to her relative. Now, me being cynical, I was like, oh, maybe it's Miss Blackwell pretending to be a ghost and talk to her, but it really is, as of now, her relative that she's talking to. And she was able to parlay with the ghost that came to the house. She was able to say, hey, my aunt helped y'all years ago. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, yeah. Like, I know y'all going around killing, but you owe me one. You know that what my aunt did her aunt cousin did years ago. Like, throw me a bone. Help me out. Now, Harvey Kinkle, his character is praised throughout the town, and you find out that he comes from a long line of witch hunters.
Oh, shit. That's dope.
So his real surname is Harvey Von Kinkle, which is a nod to Von Helsing.
Yeah, yeah.
So the drama with him and Sabrina is that
Romeo and Juliet.
But they break up in the show, but they do it so organically. They do it in a fucked up way. Mm-hmm. Because situation later on the show where his older brother gets stuck in the mines, and they told you that back in the day the mines used to belong to the witches. They used to own the mines, and it was said that you could go straight to hell. Like, it's kind of like
a portal.
Like a portal, like kind of like limbo when you go to that mine. So the brother dies, and then Sabrina, which I like about the character, she's self-righteous and she's too fast with herself, but it bites her in the ass and she gets consequences for it. And it's not where they're just like, oh, everything's good. No, she gets consequences for it. So her, with her fastness, goes and revives the man's dead brother, but she does the spell incorrectly and brings a demon into that man's body.
Oh shit! It's like the girl's uncle.
Yes, but so there's a creepy scene where I believe it's episode 7, where they start the episode.
Yeah, it's my next episode.
The brother's like tapping on the door, and it's like a zombie tapping on the door. It's just a silhouette of him tapping on the door. Like, oh shit, got me. So at the end, it comes down to her revealing that she's a witch to Harvey, and he remembers that she told him that before and wiped his memory.
Yeah.
So that pissed him off. And then secondly, the fact that he found out that his brother is not really his brother, he has to then kill his brother. He takes a gun and kills his brother.
Oh shit, that's dope.
So no happy ending. It's kind of like, thank you for telling me this, but now you put me in the position where I got to kill my brother. You put me in a fucked up position, and let me go handle this. I'll see you around.
Now, Madame Satan. I like this character. She actually looks like a classic, like what you would think a witch looks like, without the top triangle hat. You know what I mean? But she actually looks like a witch to me. Like, they did a great job with her character. She's so sneaky too.
My favorite character throughout the show was what was her name?
But what happens with Madame Satan? What does she do? She's
she's plotting right now. She's working with the devil, and they're just really trying to get Sabrina to sign that book, and they'll go to great lengths to do that. And they bring those witches back to basically put Sabrina in a dilemma where she's gonna have to sign off in that book to get her full power potential, because she comes from her father was like a high priest.
Yeah.
Basically meaning like he was like one of the strongest witches out there. If you go and read the book, oh man, the book, her dad's a piece of shit. Her dad like found like this naive woman and did a spell on her for her to get pregnant. Had a kid with her, and then when she was trying to tell people that he was a witch, he's like, nah, we're gonna put you in the sane asylum. Her dad's a straight up villain in the book. I'm not sure if they're gonna go that route.
That's pretty interesting though.
But yeah, I was like, whoa. I was like, are they gonna explore that? Also in the book, like, I think her dad's like soul is trapped in a tree, and they show you a tree a lot in the film. Remember that in the show she eats an apple? Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if that's gonna come back to the situation in the book with the dad being in the tree. So that's interesting. Like a lot of, I don't know, they're doing table setting right now.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
later on in the show, like, how do you feel about Aunt Zelda? That's the more stern aunt in the show.
She's okay. She's just there to me. She seems like she knows a lot more than she's saying, and
she's a damn hussy. So you find out later that she is sleeping with Father Blackwood.
Well, yeah, she's able to give birth to children really well and healthy children. So a lot of people.
No, this ain't no Handmaid's Tale. She's just trying to get dick down, bro. He has a black wife on the side that's pregnant, ready to give birth, and he dicking her down on the side.
Well, I saw a part where she was in his office and he was like, "Oh, can you carry my child for me? Because I know you give birth to good children." She's
about to give good something else.
But before that, it had a scene where she was trying to like get the main character Sabrina's out of trouble, and she's like, "I'll do anything. What do you need me to do?" And I was like, "Man, she's about to throw some poom poom. What the hell?" You know. So I was like, I know they're foreshadowing towards that for sure.
Now, did you enjoy with I loved with the dream episode, like her dream was like when she kills her sister's like gone for good.
Yeah.
She's so codependent with her sister. I like that aspect of the show because she always tries to act like she has everything together and she's a know-it-all, but she needs her sister for everything.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
My one problem with the show is the other sister, not Zelda, Hilda, I feel like they don't know what to do with her.
Really?
Yeah, she's just kind of there. They give her a love interest, and
one's the good angel on one shoulder, one's the bad angel on the other shoulder. That's
yeah,
how I took it.
I can see it that way, but like
Hilda
gets way more to do.
Huh? Oh, probably. I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
But
so far, it seems like Hilda's more of the North Star for Sabrina. Like she's like, you could still be have a normal life. Don't half-ass anything. Be the fullest to both sides.
Now, how do you feel about Prudence Knight? That's my favorite character in the show. I like her arc.
So far it's good. She just seems like a one-dimensional bully till she got choked out.
She evolves.
Till she got her at till Sabrina was like, "Does Sabrina have to choke a bitch?" And she choked her out. Remember on the tree? But after that, she seemed like she's coming together because her dad got all bent out of shape. It was like, "Yo, she's dissing us" and all this type of shit.
Now, by episode 8, there's a witch ceremony where it involves cannibalism, where you choose a person, kind of like, like Harry Potter has like Slytherin and Gryffindor. You pick somebody from a house.
Yeah, this seems very similar to Harry Potter, to be honest.
Yeah, no, like a darker version. I clearly see that as well because the Prudence character to me is like Malfoy.
That's the dude with the white hair, right?
yeah, Malfoy.
Exactly.
And Sabrina's.
She was like the alpha until Harry came along.
So with her character, there's the ceremony going on, and what it is you're sacrificing yourself to Satan, and once the people devour you, you're gonna be beside Satan, and your family's gonna be blessed. Mm-hmm. So she volunteers for that, and she's like, I'm gonna be blessed. I'm gonna meet Satan. Blah blah blah. And throughout the process, before they devour you, you can eat. You have like a servant serve you. So Sabrina was serving her. She's having orgies, guys, girls, Ambrose. She's just having a blast. And then Sabrina's like, "What makes you think that this is real? That you're not gonna just go straight to hell and suffer and not be beside Satan? Maybe this is a lie."
Yeah.
And she's like, "What?" And like her character does a 180 after that. She's like, "The fuck, you might be right.
Yeah.
You might be onto something. I need to save my ass." So
yeah,
I enjoyed that episode because some other idiot decides to volunteer, and they graphically show you her being eaten alive.
Oh shit.
I was like,
shit, I almost died.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. So that was kind of like a light bulb in her head, like, oh shit. We also find out that she is the Father Blackwater's outside baby. He had a little thing with a black woman on the side, and that's his little ting on the side. That's his little bastard child.
Yeah, he said it's his daughter. He called her his daughter.
They are adopted daughters, but she is actually his real daughter, meaning that she has heir to the throne through blood right.
Oh, okay, that's pretty dope.
So that makes it even deeper.
Yeah.
So she gets more invested now that, Sabrina opened my eyes, showed me that, I shouldn't just follow things blindly.
Exactly.
And I'm trying to get this heir with my dad, but he also has a kid on the coming with his wife here. Mm-hmm. So she's trying to juggle things. She's playing both sides. She's helping Sabrina, but she's also doing shiesty shit on the side.
What the dad did, what Sabrina's dad did, I think, is like, okay, it has like religion, like God, and then it has the devil. What he did was he figured out that there's something else and something that could be more powerful, and that's Sabrina. So he manipulated a way to create Sabrina, and she's like the Garvey, like question everything. You know what I mean? Like that aspect of not just following everything completely, and it's like something that could be possibly more powerful than heaven and hell. I think that's what he was trying to do.
Or he was a sleazebag and he had a really good lawyer, supernatural lawyer that, because
she's gonna be the most powerful like witch, right?
Yeah.
So.
By the end of the show, she fully embraces her witchness and her hair goes from blonde to white.
Oh, by the end of this season, huh?
Yeah. So she transforms and she's like, "Look, Harvey, I know you're a witch hunter, and I'm fully embracing my witchhood now." Because what happens with the situation with the 13 witches? She embraces her full power so she could bring fire from hell and burn them and send them back to hell. Like it's like the strongest thing possible. So,
but she wants to kill the devil, though.
You don't really know what she's trying to do. To me, it seems like she's trying to.
When she agreed to go to the school, she was like, "I really want to learn this, this, and this, so that I could kill the devil and kill this whole religion bullshit." You know, like. And I was like, "Oh shit!" She doesn't want to be on any side. She just wants to completely abolish everything. So she's trying to be the next one. You know what I mean?
To me, she's trying to eat her cake and eat her cake and too. Like she's trying to keep the witchhood powers without bonding herself to like being having ownership of the devil.
That's what the sitcom was in the show, and you know what I mean. That's what the beginning of the show felt like too. It was like, okay, she's just gonna go through this, and then she's gonna have a regular life where she's a witch human. You know what I mean?
Now, how'd you feel about the first episodes? Because the first 3 episodes are shot with the fish lens camera, and that's to give it the 1950s aesthetic. Like, how'd you feel about that?
I felt like they pulled it off better than Gotham or any other show that I've seen where it's supposed to be a 1950s vibe, but it's in a futuristic world. Do you know what I mean? I feel they pulled
it didn't annoy you? It didn't annoy you, anything like that?
No, anytime I had the fish lens or the faded background style, it felt like she was doing like a trippy witchcraft situation, so it didn't feel bad to me. It felt pretty good. I liked it.
Now, one character that bothered me, like I liked Ambrose in the beginning because his backstory was that
yeah, I like that character.
He tried to blow up the Vatican and like he's on house arrest. So I'm just like, okay, I want to see more about this guy. And like him being pansexual, I was like, yo, dude's at home all the time. He can't do anything. He's just trying to dick down. He's been on house arrest.
Yeah.
He don't care. Penis is going into something. So I was like, yo, I like Ambrose. Let homeboy do his thing. My problem is throughout the series, this character started getting dumber, doing stupid shit.
See, right now he's on a good rise. That's why I'm like, I like this character. He tried to go out on a date and actually have a normal
out.
He had the dream where he was like cutting himself up. That was pretty like complex and deep. So where it's going so far for me with that character is pretty dope. Is he Zelda's son? Is he Zelda's son?
Cousin. He's a cousin.
Oh, he's just a cousin of both of them. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought he was one of their kids, like one of.
And you don't know his age because you remember they don't really age that badly once they.
Oh, okay.
So he could be old as shit. He did try to blow up the Vatican. Dude could be 100 years old.
Yeah.
So.
He's basically the replacement for the cat. The cat was in the sitcoms talking.
Exactly. Yeah, he has the sassiness of Salem.
Yeah.
Now.
I kind of wish the cat started talking though. I wish that both of them.
Which I think is going to happen at the end of the season. The witch Miss, I keep forgetting her name.
That kind of sucks. Like when the cat's just meowing and she's like replying to him. I don't really like that.
Well, familiars, I feel like once they become comfortable, they will start talking because that becomes from old. The whole familiar thing is from old European folklore of witches will have like handlers that will like help them. Kind of like when you watch like a old school movie and they have like a henchman like fetch me my things. Like that's basically what a familiar is, and they talk.
Okay.
Now they do show that at the end of the season. You see the Madam Satan, Miss what's her name, Miss Wardwell. Her familiar is a crow, and she's talking to, and the crow's talking to her like, "Hey, you know, they watch that Sabrina girls like that." They're having a full conversation.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So I'm just like, okay, they're just showing you that in due time Salem's gonna be like, "Bitch, are you for real?" Like,
yeah,
like,
I hope so.
I want to. First of all, I want an ignorant ass voice for Salem. I kind of want a black voice for Salem. I think I want a black actor.
Terrence Howard.
Yo, man, Bernie Mac was alive. If Bernie Mac was Salem, that would be hilarious. I was like, yo,
Should be Charlemagne.
Charlemagne the guy.
Yeah.
I want Salem to be black. I want a black man to voice Salem.
He'd be like, you had a hard day, huh? Did you see a motherfucker jerk off on his knees, though? Stop complaining.
I want a grumpy old black man
that'd be funny.
to voice Salem. I know it's probably gonna be some British guy. You know, they're gonna oh pippity puppity poop, but I want a gutter, just niggerish, ignorant old black man. Samuel Jackson is Salem. So he could phone in the lines. I know, motherfucker, what is you doing? Like that would be great. Now, I loved all the horror aesthetics to the film, like the show. I'm sorry, not the film. Like when they first go to school, there's like an art hall, and it's a bunch of like concept art pieces from Clive Barker. So I was like, okay, I see you. Dope. Yeah. Some of the tiles on the ground are the same tiles that you see from the Cotton House and Hellraiser.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, them Hellraiser movies are wild. There's always people without skin, and then they got to put the skin on. And I used to watch it as a kid just for the nudity. I'll fast forward to the titty scenes. I didn't care about all that horror. I was like, where the titties at? Oh, at the 48.2 marker. Play from there. Okay, and then I'm done. That's the most Hellraiser I used to watch as a kid. All that scary stuff, nah.
Yeah.
I was watching for titties. So I could learn, of course, because I'm a scientist.
Yeah, I'm just researching who was Salem in the original sitcom show. Nick Bakay.
Man,
still alive. They could hire him back up.
I don't want no British man. Let's switch it up. Let's spice it up. Give me a southern black man with a grouchy. Making my own show now. Now, have you seen the movie Superbia or Superbia? It's like it's a famous horror film. Recently had a not re-release, but a remake. Anyways, the doors in Father Blackwood's office are from that film, and there's a scene where a person's falling through the ceiling, and then she gets hung. If you look at the ceiling at the Spellman mortuary, it's the same ceiling from that film. It's a lot of horror movie nods are in this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
With the demonology in this show, it's very spot on. I was talking to my dad about it because he used to read like witchcraft books and shit for shits and giggles. And in Trinidad, he even went to exorcism. I was like, Dad, we need to have a talk because you're crazy. Yeah. But thank you for this information.
Dodging the sukunyas.
What's a sukunya?
It's like a vampire in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But what's I about to say?
Nolan North. What about him from Drake? Drake Uncharted.
He could be Salem.
That'd be a good voice. He'd do a good voice.
Now, you saw episode 2 with the lawyer and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that comes from the short story of The Devil and Daniel Westbrook short story where a farmer like sells his soul to the devil and he needs a lawyer to help defend him. Now, the funny thing is, Daniel Webster is a real person. And he was actually Secretary of State for 3 presidents. Oh, so it makes me wonder, like, they wrote these stories about this guy. Was he really on some like it's like this is history that they're pulling from for the show.
Yeah.
Now the church and the devil
daughter. Because that was a dope story in the show.
I think his daughter got killed. Yeah.
Oh shit! If it was that.
Not in real life. But yeah, for this.
But in the show, like he sold his soul to the devil, and then the devil put his daughter through all the things that he let somebody off for, right? Remember?
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Now with the whole Church of the Night thing, that's pulling back from the 70s where they had the whole hysteria with devil worshiping, going back to Charles Manson and things of that sort. So that's where the whole Church of the Night comes from. The Madius, I can't even pronounce that. Anyways, is Latin for bad apple. So you remember when she ate that apple?
The red one.
She got that. You get the premonition with the bad dream or whatever that she had.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that tree might be the tree that her dad's in from the comics. So
yeah, that's what I thought you were saying before.
No, that's my theory. We'll find out because this is a part 1, part 2. I think they Ray signed on for like 2 other parts for it. So.
Yeah, I swear it's her dad at the beginning who's like a demon coming out of the tree. That's what I thought it was at first, getting close.
I thought it was him or the devil.
Yeah, because and even before the thing happens, when the dad's there, he's by a tree too with the wife, and she's like, run.
Now, they had the whole witch mark thing, because remember Ambrose was working on the case of the warlock that got murdered, which they never really followed through with, but that whole witch mark thing, that goes back to the Salem witch trials, where they believe where the devil either like scratch or have a branding on their witches so that he knows that they're property. And that's also part of the ritual once they sign their name in the book. They become part of that. Now, they are being sued, the show, because there's a Satanist group saying that they're painting them in a negative, evil light. How do you feel about that? You think they're just clout chasing since the show's doing so well?
Yeah, they're trying to get their energy up. Nah, boss. It's just a TV show.
Now, I like the use of practical effects in the show. I know in the earlier episodes they did some CG with like the creature that's in the
that looked kind of
scarecrow.
cheesy. Yeah.
That was some CW show. I was like, get the hell out of here with that. But as the episodes progressed, they relied more on practical effects, and I enjoyed that.
Which I liked. Yeah, I really appreciated that. They didn't even need that to be in the 3D thing. That could have just been a guy in a suit chasing her. Could
be, yeah.
I don't know why they went for the 3D.
Save some money. When she's in limbo, I caught something. She ran into her mom. There's a scene where she's in limbo because she's trying to get Harvey Kinkle's brother's soul. Because I told you, because she fucked up on that ceremony. She brought back his body, but somebody else. But she's in limbo and she runs into her mom. Her mom, I may have caught this wrong, but she said during the christening, she was christened under a different name, not Sabrina Spellman. So that makes me think at the end where she signs her name in the book, legally she's not really signing her real name. Like that's like Jay-Z going to sign his name in the book and he writes Jay-Z and the devil gives him powers and he's like, my name's Sean Carter, baby. Thanks. So I think that's going to be the angle Sabrina's going to take.
They're going to show her birth certificate. It's not even Sabrina.
It might be like, I don't know. But that's Deborah. What I thought. Deborah Johnson.
Yeah.
So that's what I think she's going to do to weasel her way out of belonging to the devil while still keeping her powers. Because all she has to do is get that lawyer again, Daniel Webster.
That's a good lawyer, man. Holy.
Because the devil's the one that gave him the powers, but with that he
didn't end up losing against him.
Yeah, and lost his daughter in the process. Because after that episode when they went their separate ways to walk, I was like, yo, he's about to get got, son.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like he ain't got long.
I was waiting for it, but he was good.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of stuff is going on. How do you feel about the show so far? And what I've told you, has that made you want to watch more?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a little bit more. But the damn high school drama shit was bothering me at the beginning. I was like, oh man, it's one of these shows. But they started to steer away from that. I liked when it was more in the house and the drama in the house with the witch university type of thing. That's way better than the actual high school with the principal not letting them do this and that. I was like, ah, boy. But it seems okay so far. The actors are doing a great job. It really does feel like a teeny bopper type of show, but it's more. It's done. It's proper. Not a. It's all right, so let me. It's not as bad as Archie and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's not as bad as CW. It's a level above. And they don't hold back. They just they don't stretch out things. It feels like they actually build the characters' development better.
So there's a point in the show where Sabrina crosses the line. Very controversial. I'm going to spoil it for you. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So in order for Tommy to come back and she's doing this ritual, somebody has to be sacrificed. Mm-hmm. And you know that witches could die and come back. So she goes on the hunt of, I guess this will work. She goes to one of the weird sisters, Agatha, cuts her throat, straight up murders her in front of everybody. It's like, what the? It's like left field. It catches you off guard. Mm-hmm. Sabrina just cuts the girl's throat like a straight up murderer. On the hunt of maybe she will come back. and you go through the following episode and she's not back yet. You're like, holy shit. So Sabrina just murdered this girl for no reason, and of course at the end, she shows back up. But damn, with character development, you're looking at Sabrina, you're like, you're a jackass.
Yeah.
You're so self-righteous and you don't even know that this is gonna work. And you basically put somebody's life in jeopardy. You killed somebody. You just I look at these witches kind of like cats, but they have more than 9 lives. They have like X amount before they die for good. And she just lost her life right there because of you.
Yeah. Which one's Agatha?
Spanish looking one. Played by Adeline Rudolph.
The 3 sisters? The three girls?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the weird sisters. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Oh, okay.
Is she Spanish or Asian? I don't know what she is. She's pretty. The pretty one. Vague description. The pretty one. But that right there was kind of like a red flag. Well, I was like, damn, her character is kind of fucked up. So I was kind of happy that Harvey was kind of like, no, you're a jackass.
Yeah. Even though he seems like a jackass throughout the show so far.
Well, throughout the show, he realizes that he's a big pussy and he always needs somebody to help him. And he's like, look, I've come from a long line of witch hunters and I always need people to protect me. I need to get my shit together and stop being a damsel in distress.
Mm-hmm.
So that's his character arc. It's okay. And at the end, he still gets people to help him. Because the situation with the 13 witches and the angel of death coming door by door, he's like, look, I'm good. My brother was the firstborn. He's dead. I shot him, so I'm good. Oh, shit, my dad's the firstborn. So homeboy's going to come to my house. Let me get protected.
Yeah.
And he tells Sabrina straight up, don't sit like, I don't need your help. I got this. And then, of course, with this show being CW-ish, there's a little love triangle because Sabrina's always talking to that warlock guy.
Yeah, with the black hair.
Who's like, he's like, the pretty boy that's just like, oh, these mortals, I'm vexed because I want to love like a... I was like, fuck out of here, man. Oh, Abercrombie ass. So
yeah, like that type of shit was cute.
She sends Abercrombie ass warlock to Harvey's house to help protect them, and then there's just like dialogue between the two, and there's tension between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So there's gonna, I guess next season there's gonna be the wouldn't she, won't she, would she sleep with him? So that part of the show I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care about the love triangle with that. Who knows? It might become a love square. Maybe Harvey might get him a little ting on the side. So
we'll see.
Oh, other than that, I've really enjoyed the show. I thought as the episodes went as the show progressed, it got better.
Yeah, I'll keep watching though. I'm gonna watch. It
just
next episode.
Kept getting better, and there was a lack of predictability with the show.
Mm-hmm. And it has a lot of depth to it, which is surprising.
Yeah, like even the ceremony that she was doing, like the Dark Witch ceremony, that was spot on with like paganism and real life. It's called the Dark Baptism. They call it. Yeah, like it's spot on with real life paganism. What they do at night, they meet at night, and it's supposed to be on the ground where the devil could reach them and all this stuff.
That shit is weird, man.
Shit's scary, but it's going on right now.
Fuck.
Your neighbor right now.
Why gotta be my neighbor?
Trying to astral project into your room when you sleep so they can watch you.
Aren't you in Salem?
Hell no. I'm in. Now, if I want to see some creepy shit, I need to go to what's that area? Roanoke. Remember they had the whole season of American Horror Story in Roanoke?
No, I didn't watch that. Remember?
Oh well, Roanoke. There's tall tales of that's the area where they dropped off a couple Native Americans, and then they what's the name of that? Not the Trail of Tears. Anyways, they dropped off some Native Americans, and then they went back to find the people in their village. Everything was gone. All people were gone. Mm-hmm. There's no like sign of that they moved, and it was just like one word was written on the tree. So that area is like highly haunted. I'm not going over there. That's the place where you fall asleep in a tree or in the woods and you find like a ghost over you trying to take your booty hole. I have no. I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit.
I was like, what?
Had a senior. I have no reason to go there. Oh, sorry, I had a senior. I was reading something. So it's exclusive that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is more popular than the Marvel Netflix shows. I believe it.
Well, yeah, not everybody paying for Netflix, and not everybody paying for Netflix is watching Marvel. But a lot of people who could just tune into like CBS, NBC will tune into NBC.
Yeah, watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm sorry.
But of course, those channels get way more views than Netflix.
Yeah, because my counter, we're off track, we're off the rails anyways, but I always used to wonder why CW shows like Legends of Tomorrow, which, let's face it, that show's not that good, it's bullshit.
Bad revenue.
It doesn't get the axe, but Netflix will give the axe to a show like Luke Cage.
Yeah, 'cause Netflix is putting like billions of dollars investing in buying these things. Like they bought Daredevil and they got Luke Cage and the other shows at a discount. So they grab those ones and they invest money into it. These shows are like they're getting money from commercialing anyway. So it's like, we got a time slot here. We could fit something else and let's see what happens with it.
So back to Sabrina. We're back on the rails now.
Yeah.
So for season 2, I think they could cut back on some of the teen drama.
Yeah.
Use more practical effects. And then they're good. I think they're on the right track. I think they ended the season well. They ended the season with her fully embracing her witchhood and going to that school full time. She's kind of like, fuck these mortals. And she told all her friends that she's a witch and she's not with Harvey.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So she's not tied to Harvey anymore. Her friends know who she is. Her one friend's talking to ghosts, and then the other one's going blind. So everybody has their own dramas, and I want to see how all that unfolds. Honestly, the only storyline I really don't care about is Harvey. It seems like he's going to be annoying and like purposely be a dick now that he knows that he's coming from a long line of witch hunters. And personally, he had to kill his own brother because his nosy ass girlfriend who don't know when to just, sometimes when you help, your help's not needed. It's going to make a situation worse.
Yeah.
And that's the case with Sabrina. She just doesn't know when to just stop being a nosy white woman. Damn.
So what happens to Michelle Gomez, the Madame Satan?
Her plan works. Sabrina signs in the book. She's like, yo, the devil's going to be happy about this.
So she's going to be a teacher at that school then, I guess.
Yeah, she's still posing as that lady that she took over. Now, they do reveal her real face at the end. And they also reveal that she's able to, her and her familiar are having a full conversation.
Oh, okay.
So that makes you think like she has the ability to do that with her familiar. Sabrina, being as powerful as she is to summon fires from hell, she's going to be able to have full conversations with Salem. It's just a matter of when. So maybe they're waiting to cast a voice actor, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Black voice actor. Mike Coulter ain't doing nothing right now. Yeah, you want some coffee, Sabrina? Like, no.
Well, I'll definitely check out the next episodes and see what's going on with this.
Yeah, it gets good. Wagwan. But yeah, I really love the character arc with Prudence. I like the character arc with Sabrina, the girl with the cunning, played by Jazz Sinclair. Her character arc's going okay. Susie's is all right. It's just she talks to one ghost. It's not like she's seeing multiple ghosts. And then Harvey's story or character arc is just him wanting to be less of a bitch, but he does it by bitching. So kind of counterproductive, buddy, but we'll see.
Okay.
We will see.
Cool.
But yeah, really enjoyed it. I gave it a 9.7 because it's free.
Yeah, man.
You get 10 episodes, and the characters aren't fucking stupid like the last movie I talked about.
Yeah, like the last movies we've seen.
And when they are stupid, people call them out on their bullshit, and they get consequences for being stupid.
That's what's up. That's what good storytelling is.
Yeah, Sabrina had to deal with being the nosy bitch. I'm sorry. Like, you can't just be fast and put yourself in everybody's business. Like,
exactly.
There's gonna be repercussions to that, and she got that. She messed up. She killed that girl for no reason, and she brought back a demon. And she ruined her friendship with Harvey, and she almost lost her other friends because she's too damn fast with herself.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to definitely check out the other episodes. I'm glad it's only 10 episodes, so I only got like 3 more to go. I'm almost done.
All right, man, let's wrap this episode up. I was going to review Titans, but we're going to run a little long. But I want Casey to watch them, so we could have a full... We'll discuss multiple episodes since Casey, you didn't get to watch any of them, have you?
Exactly, not yet.
So we're gonna have a full Titans discussion then next episode.
Absolutely.
That'll be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that now that I'm done with this. Yep,
we'll dissect that completely. All right, y'all. This concludes episode 60 of the Bacchanal podcast.
Yes.
Let me let you guys know where you can reach us. We are. You can email us at thebacchanal, THBACCHANALSQAD@gmail.com. We're on Instagram and Twitter at _Bacchanal, BACCHANAL. We're on iHeartRadio, Facebook, Google Play, iTunes. I'm working on putting us on Spotify right now.
Nice.
Casey's working on putting us on YouTube. Ooh. So again, just search Bacchanal, BACCHANAL. I'm your boy Akil, and
to the C.
It's Back in the Podcast. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Right.
Peace.
Peace.